Hello and welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns, everyone. We've got an awesome OTR Season 4 match today. What a match for you today. We've got RyuuKane versus Riley. This should be one hell of a match. If you aren't hype, and I don't know what's going on with you, but let's get the scene swapped over. Commentating today will be Shawnee and 329 Inline. Make the floor, get some hype. The mic's all yours.
Wait, let's do hype? Crap, I was prepared for that.
Hype. This should be a good match. This should be such a good match. This is loser's bracket. So loser goes home, just so you know, and winner goes to face into the losers, essentially losers semifinals.
Yeah, definitely lining up to be an exciting race today, and a lot on the line here. Tournament life on the line. So I expect a hard-fought run from both runners today.
Looking at the start we've got, it looks like an adult start, if what I'm reading about the Master Sword being there is correct, and Zelda's Lullaby beginning. I always like starting with ZL. Gives you a lot of options.
Yeah, it's something you don't have to bother being stuck looking for, that's for sure. Definitely helps out.
It's also one of the two songs that can make collecting the free stones required, so Happy Dem God is good. Oh, that's not a bad start. It's almost vanilla. Really started us off with some free hugs. I love those free hugs. Oh, this is in fact a George seed. This should be, oh boy.
Yeah, I hear rumors that George seeds are quite the spectacle to watch, to be a part of. So look forward to seeing what nonsense we're in for today.
It should be a good one. And there is the prediction. I'm going to put this in quickly to not biased in the slightest. Okay, so both runners doing a very similar start, both starting in Kakariko Village. I still love this jump. Just casually sneaking on top of a roof, which normally requires a hook shot.
Yeah, Riley just missing the seam there. Gonna go for it a second time. There we go.
Yeah, I almost always get this jump, but then the times I do it just feels really bad.
Well, I am enjoying commentating from a booth knowing that I cannot do anything that these runners are going to do, so it's all impressive to me.
It's definitely something to learn if you play the game, because it's just honestly just controller directions and aiming the right way.
Is that a lens up there? Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting one to find, really. So look at the chat for a second, seeing all this spam this spider cheer on Riley, and someone decides to change the script a little. I love it.
Good to see the support for the runners.
Yeah. Oh, wow, okay. There's Doctrine of Shadow. I get a distinct feeling that we're not going to have 4 soul dungeons today.
Yeah, that's a nice find early on. That's another one of those things that can elude you. Ooh, and some iron boots on Anju.
Okay. Are we having one of those scenes where everything comes up early except for one thing?
Yeah, what's it gonna be, right? What's gonna torture us today?
Hopefully not a hook shot again. RyuuKane choosing to warp to the graveyard, which is 2 loading zones away. Riley opting to not be lazy and walk.
Nice divergence there, right? One takes a walk, one takes a warp. I did miss that.
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
It does have a slight benefit for RyuuKane, because they've now seen the Frogs 2 hint. And that being dead is a nice boon. It means you're going to go hunting for 5 separate songs just for one check. Notice I'm not a big fan of Frogs 2 check.
Yeah, it's interesting that Riley chose to not go for the hint.
In Season 4, the hint stones in grottos are all junk hints. So they will never actually have anything useful.
Oh, I'm sorry, with the warp, I meant.
Yeah, right.
With the Nocturne warp.
I don't know on that one. I'm guessing Ryan's going to do it after this. Because warping out of here with Nocturne is actually quicker than going back for the entrance.
Yeah, and that's what we see on RyuuKane's side as well.
I feel the best time to do that if you're going to do it from Graveyard is in here. Because you can't warp in Dampe Race. So you have to leave, then warp, which loses time.
And the composer Grave writing us a lovely melody called Saria's Song today.
Saria's is interesting. That's Forest Temple access. Well, Forest Temple area access. Still need that hookshot. It's like a stick in the box, what I saw. Now, a lovely base with everyone's favourite Ghost Gravekeeper. Can't think of any other Ghost Gravekeepers, so by default, right?
Oh, you don't have a long list of your favorite Ghost Gravekeepers?
Not a hand.
Oh, Riley getting burned. It's still making good time, rolling along.
I'm not sure if I actually like or dislike Dampe. On the one hand, he is guarding a very useful item. On the other, he's a bit of an ass. Oh,
But a nice
speaking
50.
of very helpful item. Are you choosing to save warp away from that? Interesting.
Well, Dompy wasn't lying when he said that he had some treasure buried down here. Certainly happy to see that lift upgrade.
Oh dear. Okay, so the good news with this bit is that 30 and 40 are both dead. 40 and 50, sorry. The bad news is that Begone has a strength upgrade. Which means we could need to find that Begone item and do the trade quest.
Hopefully that's our strength 3 and we don't need it, right? If you're the runners, at least. If you're chat, I'm sure that you're really excited to see that come up. And chat confirming that, as I already see some... you call that bad news, yeah. And getting our first look at Child.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm not surprised at this, to be honest. I'd have thought that strength for sent you up to the Dogger's cabin. Chip there taking a second to realise that, oh, we do love Waterstone today. Oh, my dining layer is actually really interesting today. We've got fire, forest, and water. Sorry, try that again, I can't read. Forest, water, and Deku as our stones. No OoT hint yet, we've only just started.
And seeing Shadow as a medallion, but having picked up Nocturne's got to feel good.
Yeah, I don't talk about that. Oh, a wallet in the river. And I just see Hyrule Field way the hero.
I believe that is what that said. Tough to catch the hints that quick, but Hyrule Field definitely going to be making an appearance today. Seems like it's an important location.
So more than likely we're going to need bombs, because I think there is one check in there that's not bomb locked.
And RyuuKane is giving us the slingshot archery check, so what is going to be our reward for accuracy today?
Hopefully something. Like you know, it's a bunch of rupees. It's better than nothing, and rupees at this moment are the worst thing in the world. They say,
Just a piece of heart.
I'll take it.
And that looked like Prelude of Light was on Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
If I
that's a
read
good
that
one.
correctly.
It looked like Prelude. Well, that's not too bad for adult, because adults started in the market, so they'll never need Prelude. Child could be a whole different matter. Let's begin the top item. Let's see what the top hint says.
It looked like 1,500 points of adult horseback archery was a piece of heart.
I know some runners who would be extremely happy to see that. I don't think any of those runners are in Season 4, though. Okay, so Fruit of the Lost Woods. It seems easy to lie. That is true. That is true. That second field hint.
Yep, so that's good news for Hyrule Field there. Both our runners have seen that, I believe. A slingshot
Yes.
hiding out here.
Seems appropriate, really. Oh my god, okay. We're doing this today. Slingshot and Ruto's letter. And 2 vanilla items. Could be worse.
Yeah, Ruto's letter is not a bad find either. That's another one that can kind of be hiding out anywhere. So to find it early on kind of gets that out of your mind. Now the question is, where's that boomerang?
Yes, the real question is, where's the logic to hand it in? Still need bombs or scale for that. Riley here doing 2 things. 1, informing us that songs are in fact hard. And 2, showing us my favourite trick. Mido skip, skip. Where you casually skip doing Mido skip.
Well, the theme song of the ranch today is a Serenade. So picking
It's
up another
actually a
warp
good one to
song.
get. I actually like finding an early Serenade.
Well, between Serenade, Nocturne, and their adult starting point, they've got some decent movement around the map early.
Yeah, we're about to see where the child one goes. Oh! Someone just gets thrown in and we see a hint that Lake Hylia is foolish. Oh!
It's not a bad child start either, especially since we haven't seen Minuet.
True.
Huh, I was promised that this would be an insane seed. Where's the... Seems too
we
gentle
haven't
up front.
We haven't started yet.
I'm just
There's
teasing.
Sunstorm, there's the time of day's no longer an issue. And if he's apparently still dead, I haven't seen it yet. I'm just seeing chat iterating more on the Mido skip, 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 skip. Where you spawn in Chicken Forest Meadow. See, I thought I saw 30 VXR. I wasn't sure. I'm about to see again though.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
30.
it was 30. All Skull's Hint's dead. That's actually fantastic news, because the most you need now is 20. Well, what was that about not having Minuet?
Give me a minute to catch my breath. Picking up some good warp songs. They cover a lot of ground.
Yeah, having lots of warp songs early is actually really good for fast movement around.
And
The only way I
Riley,
want to find... Sorry, go on.
oh, I was just gonna say, Riley satisfied with the adult checks is gonna be head and child as well.
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure why neither runner dipped Zedonga's cavern. It could just be me being in the mindset of slow, but Strength gives you a couple good checks there, and it's a medallion. Okay. Ooh,
Well,
Riley
depending on
getting here.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Riley getting here at night, which means we're going to see Richard the dog. Yes, we have seen a Lake Hylia Foolish hint. Okay, thank you, Miss Bell Love.
And what is Riley's reward for this gesture of kindness and goodwill? Oh, some cash.
A lot of cash, actually, wow. And at the same time, we see that Deku Tree is Way of the Hero. Because, of course, even when it's a stone, you can't escape the Deku Tree. These settings do require you to have a Kokiri sword to enter. It's going to be a little while before we get in there, I think, but we know it's there.
And Ryu coming through here, but hasn't been to Mido's house yet, so doesn't have the slingshot for that target in the woods practice here, but is going to do the Skull Kid song.
Yes, I feel they're going to go to Mido, see the slingshot, and kick themselves.
Well, I'm wondering how late Magic shows up, because an early, pretty free lens makes me think chess minigame has something.
Oh, that's a fair point, actually. It could be Magic. Magic could be the troll item today. Oh, a spicy jumper. Okay. That'll help.
Always like some swanky new threads, right?
Oh, yeah. Especially when they're useful for keeping you safe in the melting heat of a volcano. How does that work? Is there like an icebox inside the tunic? And there's a slingshot.
Yep, grabbing Rudo's letter and the slingshot out of Mido's house. Again, some nice stuff to find early on. I have to imagine these runners are wondering what is it going to be.
What's the catch?
As far as the your comment about the tunic keeping you cool, it's one of those things. It's magic. It's fine.
Yeah, it's magic. I ain't gonna explain shit. Frantic magic makes you be cool. I should be mad at that one, but I will applaud that one. Nemu's love in the Kokiri sword chest. That's pretty good. Well, I'd say it's pretty good. These ones all think it's pretty bad. Nice reminder to always Zuta safely. Okay, so Riley going to pick up their Serenade, was it?
Yeah, Serenade here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And RyuuKane going to pick up their Scarecrow song. Or at least start their Scarecrow song. That's actually a good point that chat has just brought up. How do irons lose all their weight when you're not wearing them? Wait.
Again, it's I try not to think about it. It ruins the magic for me. Ruins the illusion.
Understandable. I'm questioning why Ryu didn't do child fishing there. If you're right next to it, you may do it, right?
Is correct me if I'm wrong, is child fishing considered part of the lake? Because lake is foolish.
I always do this. Every time I'm on comms, I always forget a foolish location. And chat ridicules me for it, rightfully.
No worries. I have trouble remembering what is considered, like, when it's like a separate building or room, what is still considered part of an area. So, and there's a scale pickup. So,
yeah,
getting
Ryu
closer
might
to
actually turn around and go straight back to lake. To go through to Zora's domain to hand that in.
I say getting closer and closer to Jabu play here. Could be a vanilla boomerang.
It's gotten even closer than that. It's actually a ice cavern is fully available. Because we have Ruda's letter to open the doorway to it. We have Zelda's lullaby to get in as adults. And we have a bottle to grab blue fire. It is literally the lowest requirement level.
Ooh, and it's a good thing that Ryu decided to take that slingshot back because that's the first bow we've seen.
That is a nice bow location, actually. Well, it's nice for RyuuKane. I'm not sure if Ryan's going to get it. Not yet, at least.
Riley already was in Mido's house, so all Riley has to do is take a child save warp, and it's going to be right in the area to pick that up. It's the reward for your accuracy, right? If you're responsible with a slingshot, now you get a bow.
Now, crucially, Riley has not seen the child save warp yet. So Riley's probably going to go back through to Lake and go through to Domain that way. Or, alternatively, go to Gerudo Valley.
I like the Gerudo Valley play as well, though, because that's something that I've seen have stuff way too many times, and if you get too far off the beaten trail because of other items, it might be something that one of the other runners puts off.
Oh yeah. It gets even better when you realise that RyuuKane doesn't like Valley. RyuuKane will avoid Valley for long amounts of time, a lot of the time.
Well, part of Rando in all forms, no matter what game it is somewhat playing your opponent, right? So if you know that Ryu doesn't want to go there, this play makes even more sense just based on finding an early payout, something that gives you an advantage.
Wait, the biggest payout would be bombs. Bombs would be huge.
We had almost simultaneous chicken flights too.
I'm not sure. I'll be honest, I'm not sure why RyuuKane's buying 3 beads.
Are we getting it? Yes, I'm happy just enough for those 3 seconds of chickens in the air together.
Oh, you're going to love Kakariko Village's child then. You get lots of chicken movement there if people do it.
Oh no, I just meant in sync. We had it on both screens.
Oh dear. Valley was not useful today.
That looks like Ganon's Castle Way of the Hero.
I take it back. That's actually quite useful info.
Yeah, not a payout in items, but a payout in knowledge. And as we all know, knowledge can sometimes be more important. It keeps you out of certain areas or helps you move towards others. So,
oh yeah, I mean, Ganon's Castle is open at 2 medallions, so 1 more medallion can go straight there. In practice, so you're going to want more items.
So I hate to do this, but going in line with my question about what areas are considered what, is the Ganon's Castle Ferry considered part of Ganon's Castle?
No, that is considered outside Ganon's Castle, which is a separate area for I don't know why.
Okay, I got Strength 3 nervous there.
Oh, you can still be Strength 3 nervous. Don't forget Light Trial exists.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah. All right. Well, then there we go. I'm Strength 3 nervous now.
8 beautiful checks. All half the checks in the area locked behind Strength 3.
And we know that 1 strength upgrade is going to be on the big Goron. So.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Never mind. I think RyuuKane's going to get that one. In about a minute at most. Highest answer. Yes, I was promised a very punny comms booth today. So I feel I should make it more pundiful.
I'll do my best not to disappoint here. It is my first time being on ZSR, so I don't want to ruin my reputation with nothing but puns.
I mean, you say ruin, some people would say improve.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, that was the reaction I was expecting.
Well, we're getting the simultaneous diver check here.
Ah, yes. One of the few true sources of RNG left in this game. Where do the rupees fall?
Well, don't hold your breath, but is it worth it?
I like the strategy that's used by a lot of runners these days to combine lighting the torches for the torch run here with the diving game. Oh, Ryuukane's grabbing the fish first. No, wait. Did Ryuukane not get restored? Oh, starting with that one. Okay.
The waterfall chest is a heart container, which is not bad, especially starting out early on. So it's not what you want to see,
True.
but not going to deny it. You know, happy to have a little more health to spare.
If we didn't have access to a Goron tunic, that would actually be really required. Oh. Well, that makes Ice Cavern more appealing, actually. Finding the second bottle.
And Riley grabbed a fish, so is at least going to open up Jabu.
True. I'll be honest, I was wondering why things seem a bit fishy around here. I guess it's just efficient routing.
Oh. All right, you're going to keep me on my toes for good puns. I like this.
And opening up Jabu here is just a good play in general, because it means you haven't got to worry about coming back later with a fish. You can just walk straight in.
And looks like it's going to keep heading forward, which I kind of like. Since you're already here, can at least do some early checks to see if the boomerang is hiding out. At least maybe as far as you can go, hopefully, without the boomerang. Isn't fun without a sword, but, you know, going to make use of those sticks and Deku nuts.
Yeah, you start with 10, 6, and 20 nuts. You may as well make use of them. Jabu only has one check you can do without the boomerang, and it's a check where you normally get it. But bringing Ruto up to the top level is definitely a good idea. For less reason she has to complain the better, right?
Oh, is it just the one? For some reason I thought there were two.
No, but there's only actually 4 checks in Jabu. There is the vanilla map, vanilla compass, vanilla boomerang, and the boss item.
Well, then this makes even more sense. Since there's the one check.
Get one done. Bring Jabu to top layer for later. If you're especially lucky and it's a boomerang, finish the dungeon. If you're slightly less lucky and it's a Primrose Wind, throw it in the dungeon and leave. You're probably unlucky that it's none of those.
Yeah, well, if you happen to find boomerang here, it does feel good because that's another one of those things that you have to wonder what your opponent would choose to do. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, both runners are actually making the same call here, so it won't be information that the other one is grasping for later.
I'll be honest, I do agree with someone in chat there. Primrose Wind is probably objectively better in this scenario. Because Primrose Wind is useful in several places. Unfortunately, I just realised, because chat is also very helpful there, they can't use Primrose Wind. Magic tends to help. I swear I'm good at my job.
Yeah, so you can just blame every how does anything work in this game? Magic, right? Just magic.
That's a good point, yes, actually.
What's it gonna be?
It is... Oh,
just some money.
you throw it on the ground.
As they say, God, I love money so much.
Well, we will actually benefit from this if they keep it. They only have 33 rupees on them. 38 now. Riley doing next. That doesn't work.
Yeah, gonna keep it.
May as well in the game, honestly. Didn't see what that was, but it didn't stop, so it can't be anything important. I'll be honest, the sports here are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty close to their vanilla locations.
I think the spawns are even better when you take into account the warp songs we've gotten.
Oh yeah.
We have a nice coverage of the map. It's almost like an ALTTPR, like having the flute. Like, we've got a lot of movement between our restart locations and our warp songs here.
I'll be honest, I've never actually played Link to the Past, never mind the Randomizer. I should, but I just never got around to it. Oh. Mine is going through to the Lost Woods. Gonna grab that mini-wet song.
Hopefully gonna make a pit stop and take a shot at this slingshot target. It's kind of important.
Not immediately. It looks like he's heading straight for the song, which I don't blame him for, honestly. Good song. Who, on the other hand, seems to think that they have outlived their child welcome. This is my guess.
Well,
Yep, back to all.
yeah, we did take a very, very quick dip in the graveyard as a child. I'm surprised we didn't head to Child Cack to take a look at maybe even chickens.
I think the only check in Child Cack is chickens right now, and I don't think these runners will do it right now. Maybe once they get storms, if they go into the well.
Oh, I actually missed. Ryu doesn't have Sun Song. I was thinking for maybe some nighttime skulls. Do we have a hint for 10 skulls? I know the other ones are dead.
10 skulls can never be hinted. 20 can be, 10 can't.
Hopefully there's another bow hiding around, because Ryu's not going to be able to get that bow as an adult. And that could hurt. And there's the Sun Song pull, yep.
Yep, there's Sun Song. I think it's fine while you do this, because I think Ryan's going to play Sun Song after this, which will put him back at the Lost Woods entrance.
Oh, all this, I apologize, chat. All this back and forth. Ryu's the one with the bow. So Ryu's good to go adult. It's Riley who doesn't have the bow.
Did we see Sun Song Grave earlier? I think we did. Either we did or we didn't, but either way, we're doing it. Okay, so Song with some health. Oh, vanilla, okay.
Oh, we got hearts on both sides there. One a piece and one a full container.
It looks like Wiley is going to get the bow, and the important information about Deku Tree is Way of the Hero. Funny, because Deku Tree turned to close Deku simply because it was too relevant too early of a time, and too much of a time, and now it's just got Way of the Heroes when it's closed.
And Riley indeed rewarded for accuracy, grabbing the bow. As we've got another sharpshooting test over here on Ryu's side. What is the adult archery going to give us? Nothing.
You'd think you'd be able to scoop up all that money from those rupees you shoot, right?
It certainly would have been a more welcome addition than a piece of heart, that I can tell you.
I mean, not with the full wallet, but I do see your point. Okay, Ryu. I want to say, yeah, this is buying a shield. As a direct consequence of the Kakariko Gate being open, you always get a discount on the shield. In this case, it's a hefty 30 rupee discount. That's another piece of RNG. How much discount you have. Really doing. Oh, I see. Why is set in time to exactly start of night, and then go back to Nocturne to summon Dompe. Clever.
Well, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying clever.
While Riley makes that play, we are going to get a look at our first dungeon here. Ryu is headed into Dodongo's cavern.
I like coming to Dodongo's. It might not be completable till you have some form of personal explosive, but it's definitely a couple checks you can do. There's a hint stone in here as well. And half of this is in logic without a bomb bag. Up to the vanilla bomb bag chest, of course. Oh, it seems obvious. Was that Temple of Time?
That was Temple of Time.
God, so Bearded Doggers is even more powerful now. Because there's only one check in Temple of Time in these settings. It's the song you get from Prelude of Light check. Not Prelude of Light. Yes, Prelude of Light check. And that's what you get for beating the Dongos.
That's a nice little reminder to go ahead and finish this when you get the chance, right? Good incentive.
Oh, yeah. Now, don't ask me how this works, but picking up that second bomb along and letting them all blow up actually lets the explosion reach the end, despite the fact there's no bomb there to carry it. And all I can say to that is that this is a well-coded game.
Sean, we covered this. It's magic.
Explosions are not magic!
That's magic. Definitely magic.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay. I don't realise it actually came back. Rough. Riley electing to buy the shield as a child rather than an adult.
Well, they've certainly had enough money early on to do a purchase like that. Not really an issue here.
Riley only getting a measly 5 rupee discount. It's clear who received favours. I'll be honest, Goron City having bomb bag would not surprise me in the slightest. Right, so nothing into Dongos so far. Heck, even a pack of bomb chews would let us finish this. Yeah,
I think.
Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I was gonna say I've heard it said so many times on here, so I hate to repeat it, but it's just so awesome how much easier DC is as an adult.
Oh yeah. You never actually have to worry about the pesky Lizalfo spikes. I love seeing that every time. Right, last logical check. What we got? It's a pack of nuts.
Man, this Dodongo play is nuts.
Yeah. Didn't pay out, unfortunately, but at least you have the button pressed so you can get back to the top later.
No, and even partially the information of
Wait.
Way the hero on that green medallion pickup is important.
Riley, no. Riley, we're 37 minutes in, no. Get away from the ice cavern.
It does appear, I don't want to speak too soon, but it does appear that Riley is giving you the cold shoulder here. And is going to make the play.
The worst part is, it's not the worst play that exists, because you have all the stuff to do it early. I just don't like it.
Yeah, chat pointing out the same sentiment. It's a pretty bad play till it works, so there could be something in here that sets Riley's routing apart pretty significantly.
It depends how good Riley is at the glitchless jumps in here.
Ooh, and there it was. Dodongo City's got the bomb bag.
Of course. Of course. Well, Ryu seems to have a better argument for Ice Cavern now because bombs make it so much easier.
How quickly chat turns. Never mind. Ice a terrible play. I see going through chat here. So
Purple Rupee in the iceberg. I suppose coming here with Iron Boots is good because you get a chance to look at the item at the bottom of Zor's River.
I didn't get a peek at it, but according to Riley's movement here, it is not worth grabbing. So
it looked like a blue rupee, but I can't be sure. It looked blue. I don't think any major items we need that are blue right now.
well, a hook shot's kind of blue.
Not blue enough for you to be able to see it from up there.
Hmm.
Is my assumption here.
Well, either way, a blue item that is important are those bombs, and Ryu is taking them right back into DC and is going to be showing us what's, if nothing else, what is on that green medallion turn-in.
Oh, true. Also, I love the many ways you can open these eyes. The really cool ones.
And yeah, bombs certainly makes Ice Cavern easier to navigate, but there still could be something big in here. So
True.
I don't want to discredit the play till it truly doesn't pan out.
It can even be big in the sense that it's a claim check for Big Goron.
Wouldn't that be a weird order to get your strengths in? We're here thinking that's strength 3, but it very well could be strength 2.
I mean, strength 3 is in spirit, we know this. It is known. It always happens. Oh my god. Riley's getting hugs from all of them! All 3 ice keys just at once. Alright, what are we doing here then? That's just a bed. Okay.
And not just getting iced, but getting sliced there too. Getting bullied around here.
Come on, Riley. There we go.
And Riley navigating these blue fire checks here. We are seeing our first boss, King Dodongo, making an appearance at just over 41 minutes.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. I know what you're thinking. This is a lizard, not a hedgehog.
Well, whatever he is, he's dead, so...
I'm still really mad you can't one-cycle this boss. The Big One Sword actually deals enough damage to one-cycle the boss. It's just the game doesn't want you to. But let's not go about things we can't change.
So nothing of note in Dodongo's cavern, other than the information that turning in this green medallion is going to be a pretty necessary reward. Be interesting.
I'm thinking it's going to be Epona's song. That's my guess.
Could be Requiem and could be Key Logic for Spirit.
Also possible.
And now, since we've been bombsless for 40 or so minutes, going to get some grotto checks.
Yeah. It could just be Requiem to get to Spirit, actually, as well. Magic could be in Spirit.
I think I saw chat call earlier that both magics are in Spirit, so
Oh,
that's at least what they're hoping for. So.
That would be awful. Third bottle for RyuuKane.
Grabbing a bottle out of the really, really gross underground, just sitting right under the town is that grotto. So kind of makes you wonder what goes on in Kakariko, but we don't ask questions. So.
I hope RyuuKane washes that bottle out before using it. Oh, right, yes. That is a good point. It could be Bolero of Fire. It is only possible to be Bolero if both Hookshots and Hover Boots are locked behind it in some way. or one of them's on the arch, or hovers on the arch. On the volcano. Volcano. I can English, I promise. Yeah, hovers on the volcano would absolutely do it as well.
Yeah, that would be rough. Not gonna lie. I'm also seeing a possible OOT for Toilet. Or Song of Time, sorry, not Ocarina of Time. Song of Time for Toilet. That would be another pretty frustrating way of the hero to go check, but
Riley's surprising me here, actually. I thought he knew these jumps. Either way, you have to be careful pushing this block around, because if you fall in any of those pits, you're back at the start of Ice Cavern. It's a long walk back.
all the more reason to hope this play pays off if you're Riley. And we also know that Hyrule Field's way of the hero, so something's going to be down in one of these grottos.
True, let's have a look at. We've already seen the scale, so it could just be the scale, but we still have 2 more to check.
Oh, did they pull a scale in Hyrule Field?
Scale was in the open grotto.
Apologize, then maybe not.
It is entirely... Oh, it's Song of Time, that's Kevin, okay. It is entirely possible that it's just a scale. But it's not often you see a scale way of the hero. Especially not with bombs available as well. In fact, I think if bombs are way of the hero, I don't think a single scale can be way of the hero itself. Yeah, that's what I was thinking in chat. It has to be Lab Dive, but I would need both. But oh yeah, Lake Foolish. And we have Iron Boots, so it can't be the scale, can it?
I feel like I've started something awful here. It was never my intention. And unfortunately, other than that Song of Time, I didn't see anything worth writing home about in Ice Cavern. So of all the cold shoulders, Ice Cavern truly was the coldest here. There was nothing of note. Maybe a payoff on that Song of Time later.
Yeah. That's the bomb bag's available because it was locked behind a bow, which you got from targeting the woods with slingshot in my days.
Ooh. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be way of the hero there.
No,
Out of Hyrule Field, pulling some magic.
No, you know what? I agree with you there. I think that might be it.
I don't know, but can magic really compare to the scale?
I mean, magic definitely tips the scales.
Well, we've been talking about how important the magic of this game is, and there we see.
I would actually argue that RyuuKane is ahead by the lack of an ice cavern.
Yeah, that's like I said, unless something on Song of Time pulls up, that is a good waste of time. But I see chat hinting at it as well. I've been hyped since we had it early in the windmill. I think Lens Game. We've got everything we need to do it now.
Lens Game could be interesting if that's it. RyuuKane hasn't got my lens marked on red tracker. Did they pick it up?
Yeah, they both picked up Lens.
Thought so, I supposed to be sure. Bomb bag was linked to Goron.
And
Riley dipping the doggos at long last.
Say it would have been nice for Riley to be able to route this the opposite. To go to Goron City first, grab bombs. It's not a huge time loss here, but it is going to require a slight double dip.
RyuuKane only going to be able to get these 2 checks in the tower, I believe. Riley coming in will actually have 1 extra check. Because Song of Time unlocks the first check in Shadow Trial.
And Riley picking up that information that hopefully we're close to finding out about on Ryu's side. What is the way of the hero for Temple of Time? It's a song that's going to be important. Just which one is it?
Ryu might be sacrificing the lead they have because they picked up a blue fire. That suggests they go to Ice Cavern next. Hyrule Field has had magic so far. It has a scale as well, but I don't think a scale can be actually important at this point, given what we found so far. Not a single one, at least. And we can't have two scales be anything because we have Iron Boots with Tectite Grotto and Lab Diamonds in Foolish Lake. I could be wrong on a single scale, but I think it's got to be the magic at this point.
Yeah, another thing to note is we only have one foolish location we know about.
It is a doozy, though. They kind of just rule out a lot. Okay, so what have we got in Ganon's Tower? Okay. Well, I hope it's not that.
If you were looking to hold a little bit more cash, Ganon's Tower can help you out with that.
That is useful for precisely two things. That is useful for one, blue fire purchase, which we don't need because we're in Ganon's castle, which had it. Or two, buying a Zora tunic for the Central Pyramid Water Temple. Because it's the only check that requires it.
Not just Water Temple, Stone Water Temple.
Oh, yes, we do in fact love Waterstone. It's a good British bookstore.
I had to answer just a quick question in chat. We found Song of Time in the end of Ice Cavern.
Hey, we're about to find out what the song is. I'm excited for this. This should be good. And survey says it's the Epona song.
You were right. Sean called it. You said Epona's right when we saw the hint. So
Epona's opens up a lot of stuff at this point. It opens up the entire desert region.
We do know that the 1,500 points of archery is dead, but we don't know about the 1,000 points. So
true. And we can do it. We have the stuff to do it. This might be a play for GTG as well.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a dense place. So compared to what's available, it's much more attractive than the Ice Cavern play. I could tell you that. Especially knowing that Epona's is, Way of the Hero.
It depends if you value songs more than you value items. Really.
This is true. And we still don't know. We saw the song that Riley picked up, and we don't know. There very well could be progression on that song. Is that Gerudo Valley Foolish?
Never mind. GTG Foolish. Okay. That is actually fantastic timing for that.
It's like, Ryu has to feel so good that he didn't jump on Epona and go, and instead read that really quickly.
Oh, that's actually good. That's like 22 checks just vanished in the blink of an eye. None of them were keys, but still. Big Pose is hinted dead.
Yeah, that was pretty much the ultimate. Hey, quick, before you go, read this.
Oh, Riley's checking medical on hints. Okay. I appreciate this. Oh, it's a repeat of the 30 hint. That could be big a lot of the time. With only one copy of each sometimes hint, checking that becomes a little more worthwhile, I feel.
So, just because I'm at the risk of making myself sound dumb, Epona's way of the hero can just be for the access to this area, correct?
It could be, yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it can be now for the way of the hero.
With GTG Foolish, it's a lot less likely, but it could still happen. If there's access to anything deeper than this, though, you still need hover boots or the long shot logically.
Well, they have lens, so could that be crossing the wasteland logically?
If they find hover boots or long shot, then yes.
Okay.
It could still be Requiem into another location, which, 1, sucks.
And 2 sucks. It also
2 would push me towards Child Spirit a lot of the time. Frogs 2 is dead. Which I am happy about. I hate that check. If it's the rooftop chest, you're not coming back for a little while, I feel. Because you need a hookshot or hover boots to get over there. Hover boots just really good, honestly.
Well, Ryu is going to give us a look. Horseback archery, 1,500 points is dead, but there is one tier before that, and it's the 1,000-point check, and we're going to see if this is what we needed our trusty steed for.
That was good. That was good. Let's say something. Yeah. Changes to the randomizer, but last couple of months. Oh!
Bam. Bam. There it is. You need a nice new pair of shoes. How about some hover boots? We'll take it.
Who called it? Who called it? Who called hovers on 1,000? Are we going to double up and have a hook shot over here as well? That would be hilarious. Good. Good. Wait, where are you going?
Epona's song just hovered its way into my heart. Lens was free in the windmill.
Lens
picked it up right away.
Magic in Way of the Hero hovers. Well, this is Way of the Hero, but hovers directed to by Way of the Hero. Yeah, Ryu is definitely autopilot in there. It's definitely something I'm guilty of as well. Yeah, 1,500 super dead.
That is a really big pull. That is directly chained logic together to take the magic from the field, get Epona, get the hovers, now has logical access across Wasteland for a possibly vanilla Requiem.
I think I cross Wasteland here. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I think you have to cross Wasteland.
If nothing else, just off on the idea that it could be a vanilla Requiem, and you've no good way to get back over here.
I think any song you get here is actually good. Also, RyuuKane did pick up. Oh no, wait, I'm confusing songs. It's Ryland's been twice, Cabin. I promise I'm paying attention. Oh, and it gets better. Chat is making a very good point here. RyuuKane has 200 rupees going into the Haunted Wasteland. Is this a true purchase?
Cha-ching.
I'm not sure I agree with it, but I guess if you need to do Spirit Trial, it saves you having to do an annoying trick.
And just a hair under 58 minutes, Riley taking down King Dodongo for his first boss of the match. So we are tied up on medallions. And based on what we've seen on Ryu's side, fingers crossed that Riley prioritizes grabbing that Epona song and checking Hyrule Field. And yeah, we are definitely seeing the easy chew access with those hover boots.
Yep, I much prefer using hovers for this rather than the jump slash. Okay, so I absolutely hate this area because it's almost impossible to see a thing. You may have to come back here later because there's a check in here that's fire locked, by which we need a fire source. That's a good question, actually. Why not just steal the flying carpet? Or pay the guy to take you across? I'm sure he'd do it.
Now there you go. That's some big thinking. Why not just see if I'll pay you double the chew cost. Can you just fly me over this?
Can I take it? Also a valid point against the theft option. Keep selling you chews. Okay.
And knowing that Ganon's castle is way of the hero, Riley is taking those 2 medallions required to build a bridge here. Based on what we saw on Ryu's side, I don't think Riley has any more access to Song of Time. I don't think it gives him anything extra.
I wonder if Riley can get 2 more checks here. I wonder if Riley's practiced Hookshot Spirit Trial.
Okay, chat is saying can do 1 more check, so...
Oh yeah, Song of Time, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he could get far enough to use the Song of Time. That's
Yeah. The start of Shadow Trial has a couple of interesting requirements. You can either hookshot across, hover across, or use Song of Time to build some blocks across.
For some reason, I thought there was a gap before the Song of Time blocks, but everything in my life's a blur at this point, so...
I was surprised when I learned about that, but honestly, it's quite nice to have.
Yeah, so... Oh, we are going to get to see 1 more check on Riley's side, which, again, could pay out depending on...
Or fire arrows, yes, of course.
And it is Vanilla Requiem. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
That's fine. I was just mentioning the fire arrows were also an option to actually do it vanilla. I always forget one. Because there's 4 different requirements to get this bloody block. Yes, Vanilla Requiem. RyuuKane leaving without checking the hint. I don't have enough hints, which is fair. Between us, we know all but the sometimes hints.
And Riley's getting a peek at 1 extra item. This could be big, could be important.
Look.
Unless it's a key.
It's a small key.
Yep.
Useful if you need strength 3, I guess. I would, we know where A strength is. We don't know if it's strength 2 or strength 3. We won't know until we find the, either the second strength or the claimed, or the trade item. Also, happy 1 hour mark, everyone. A little belated, but there was stuff happening at the time. Riley about to get his wallet and be very confused. Sling was in my nose. I don't know about you, but I think that might be in logic. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, God. Chat is being disgusting right now. Vanilla strength on Child Spirit?
Well,
Ew.
if that's the case, Ryu is heading that direction.
I think it would have to be strength 3, actually. Unless Child has... Unless 5 of Child's accessible 6 checks are keys, I believe. Ooh, that's actually an interesting way to do that.
I'm still holding out for chess minigame. I'm telling you.
Chess game is probably going to be checked at some point soon. Okay. Riley's save wall picked up. Not sure where they were. Gad's castle, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, just picked up that wallet.
Yeah, TTG hint was the first hint in Lake, which could be problematic. Okay, I believe that not being a key has probably killed Vanilla Strength here. Oh, that was good. That was good.
Ryu with some really nice work through Child Spirit here.
I love when dungeons get refined like this. Oh, it's a key. It's definitely a key. Okay. There we go. Eight tokens for RyuuKane. I'm not sure how many Riley's on. Does anyone know how many gold skulls Riley's on? Shadow's open with hovers, except for the fact they haven't got Din's fire. Din's is important here.
Speaking of needing Din's fire for entrance, we're gonna get half of that puzzle solved on Riley's side, picking up magic for himself.
Yep, there is the magic. I think that puts him on item parity. No, hovers. Almost item parity. It will be in about a couple minutes.
Now, we pointed this out earlier when it happened with Ryu. I don't want to talk over a possibly great item. Nope, just a bigger bomb bag there.
Okay, interesting.
When Ryu picked up Epona, it was in a foolish Lake Hylia, but next to a hint that let him know GTG was foolish. Riley, not having the same fortune, picking up...
He's not going to see that.
Yeah, picking up Epona outside of Castletown instead, so...
Oh, that's not good. A couple of people tried to support right there, but I'm not sure what's happening there. Wasn't there a big pose hint? Oh, why is go for other things? Wait.
Yeah, I believe Big Pose was hinted dead.
Where is Riley going then? Did Riley do these? Riley's not done these. Okay. There we go. Also, yes, for those who don't know, welcome to the dungeon with the most complex key logic. And this wouldn't be a problem if people weren't dinguses.
I don't even begin to try with Spirit Key logic.
There are keys in places and the top needs all of them. That's all I know. Chickens has not been checked yet. Which is probably for the best.
I see a grotto check here. I highly doubt that Riley will proceed any further to the lake to get that hint, but...
No, not if it's foolish.
Fingers crossed. I hope maybe considers it. I don't know. And I think that was a double defense over there for Ryu in Child Spirit.
Yep, that will definitely help with a knuckle fight. When these things normally take a nice, delicious 4 hearts off you, and now it's just a much more reasonable 2.
Oh, Riley. Turning away from some of the most important information you could get.
And he's never going to know either. You don't go back for that now.
Oh, I mean, of course. I just you hold out. You fingers crossed. You want to see it. You want to see as close a race as possible.
Oh, it's the boss key up there. Okay. You'd love to see it. I think Ryu went to late to call opponents because he thought it was quicker because he'd already checked Tech Tag Grotto.
Yeah, it was definitely a warp-off serenade. Chat pointing out, might not dip into without hookshot, so... Hopefully prioritizing knowing that Epona's way of the hero... prioritizing horseback archery maybe gets a little inspired by the hover boots.
Ooh, nice clear that waterfall grotto. Everyone going for the nut strategy here, just target the guard and shoot it 9 times while in close range. Field was magic in the Bolt of Destiny. Lost Woods wasn't foolish. Oh, right. Yeah, first hint at Lake is GTG foolish. Which is not good for Riley, I gotta be honest. Who's of them checked the maze yet? The Goron maze? Oh yeah, blinded. Answer my own questions. Good commentary. Good commentary.
Good sign here. Good sign on Riley's side. I mean, it makes sense. It's Way of the Hero.
Yeah,
Well,
opponents
possibly Way of the Hero. Yeah, you don't know.
Way of the Hero. This is the main one you want to come over here for. You push it. It might even be Riley skipping GTG over rats without the hint is really unlikely. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like I said, and chat pointing out, is hookshotless still and is going to get, you know, the logical access across with by picking up these hovers.
Riley only barely getting out, like 3 arrows left.
Riley was building suspense for the audience.
Yes. Oh, wow. Darunia was generous. That's a lot of pocket money.
And making up for that chew investment.
Yep. Probably help for the future as well. Oh, God.
Some nice simultaneous spin swag there from Ryu with the big pot. I didn't get a peek at what it was, though. I'm thinking it was nothing.
Oh, here's one of the main reasons for choose. Stopping Hot Water Goron from the bottom level. Question is, did it actually hit? And
Was that a hook shot?
that's a hook shot!
It certainly was a hook shot. Wow, Goron City holding out on us today. Had our first bomb bag as well as our hook shot. Ooh.
That is... Somewhere Trent is smiling and he doesn't know why.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'd read the travel brochure for Goron City next time because I'm hooked.
This place really is the bomb.
I love it. Because of the heart. Yep, we're spiraling. We're spiraling worse than the Goron pot.
Yep, Riley is definitely making a GT play, at the very least for the Stronger Times checks.
Yeah, I doubt Riley, even with a Serenade, I doubt Riley's gonna check that hint.
Why did I get lucky? There might be a big Goron sword in here. But we're definitely not counting anyone as out yet. There's still a chance that both runners that Riley could come back.
There is still a possibility, and not just a small one. There's still a possibility that Song of Time helps in some way.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's for one check. If that check is important, that's a big change. Especially, we got Stone Water still kind of laying out here. And I've heard rumors of how much chat enjoys the Stone Water. So
We love Stone Water.
And
we love
Ryu.
Waterstone.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I messed up. It's like we love Waterstone. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say Ryu rewarded in cash for good deeds there.
Lots of cash, over 400.
And has the wallets to hold it, right? Give me some lens mini game.
I'm going to put that there preemptively.
Give me some lens mini game. Come on.
Key. You can't do that. Come on. Well, I'm out. Anyone that guessed left is immediately out.
I always guess full left because I'm left-handed, so that's my
That's RRL. Oh, Ryan's going deeper. Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, unfortunately, Riley, lack of a hook shot, not even deterred. This is going to be a time sink.
And it is RRL.
All right, get some hype. I called it. I called it for the first second we saw that lens.
That's
There
a
we go.
hammer.
Hammer. Come on. Get hype in chat for chess minigame. Paying out.
No one put RRLRL in the chat before it actually finished. But that's actually kind of big. Having a hammer will definitely help.
The heavy metal chest minigame today.
That'll give you a megaton lead. That was not the best.
Now you got a good laugh out of me, if nothing else. Yeah, with the hook shot grab, with the hammer grab. If you're in Riley's camp, if you're Riley running, you really want to see something on that Song of Time check in Waterstone.
Din is not go mode because we saw the second strength and a mirror shield to beat Spirit, and a boomerang to beat Jamu.
Did we see, and I could be wrong, did we see Deku Tree was Way of the Hero?
We did.
Yeah, so we are also in need of that sword.
Din is also required for Shadow, but I was responding to someone saying Din was go mode. Hook was... I only just saw it, I've already forgotten. Yeah, Spinning Pot.
Yeah, hook, spinning pot. We also need Boomerang.
Yeah,
We're quite a few items away from go mode for sure, but
yeah, we're nowhere near the zoom yet.
Regardless of what we're still missing, Ryu has to feel pretty good with a couple of really good pulls back to back. Hook, then hammer, double H. And unfortunately, Riley is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'd say Riley's hiding up this lovely dungeon that's full of trash. Yeah, that is a good point. Logically, we do need the long shot for that boss key, unless we find all of the other keys. Wait, is it looking logically? I thought it was only 3 keys and long shot. There was a small key on right hand. There's the boss key over there. And we have hovers to cross the wastelands, so I can't see how Longshot's doing it.
Yeah, no, I don't touch Spirit Temple logic with like a 6-foot pole. I'm not going near that.
I know just enough to get myself into trouble.
See, that's the difference. I know that no matter what I say, I'll get myself into trouble.
Okay, fair point.
I say, I think what I normally say is, there's a medallion at the end. That's good. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely works.
Yeah, and we just see Riley continuing to dig deeper and deeper here. It's, again, given the knowledge that Riley is in possession of, it's not a bad call at all. Lots of item checks around here. Unfortunately, Ryu was able to nab a hint, though, that let him know that this is pretty much a big waste of time.
RyuUkane's now coming in to do, I believe, 3 more checks. 2 in here and the 1 in Shadow 1.
And as we were hinting a little bit about items needed for go mode, something to remember, we still know of a strength on Big Goron. So
We do.
that could be our second strength, depending on what the layout is here. So just adding to the stress level of why you can't feel good yet in this seed, that's for sure.
Now, here's where we make a power play. Riley has cleared almost all of Foolish GTT and still wins. That would be a power play.
As well as Ice Cavern, that panned out to be nothing. Although, like we said, depending on that song, ooh, single arrow feels bad.
I believe that's a pack of 5, but it's still not what you want to see there. That's what you want to see there even less.
Ryu, to answer a question in chat, Ryu used Chew for the Goron as a child, but I don't think it was successful.
Hot Water Goron had one cheese on him to stop him, and it still has 9 left. Not so. I see your suggestion there. How about we don't ever do that ever?
I missed this suggestion. What is
1 major item per dungeon.
Oh,
Probably categorically one of the worst settings I played.
so here's the question. We haven't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine. I was just gonna ramble.
Oh well, with the Sacred Meadow Warp, it just got me thinking. We haven't seen any hints that I'm aware of for Forest Temple yet, so do we maybe dip a Stone Forest with a hookshot and bow and first strength? I mean, it's a big commitment. It's an awful dungeon to have to go all the way through to find nothing in, but kind of running out of major locations.
You can full clear it, but you can also walk back at any point, so you can put it off. There's no major rush to do it. You have full clearance of fire, and Ryu does have a blue fire bottle currently, so it might trade ice cavern. But fire first, I do feel. Plus, it's a song check.
That's true. We haven't been to the crater yet. I forgot that.
Stone Forest is a fantastic point where you can use this beautiful emote. We low forest. Oh, for God's sake.
I feel like the only thing worse than Stone Forest is Medallion Forest. That's foolish.
Yeah, I'd give you that. Where's RyuuKane? Oh, okay. Did RyuuKane not do this? I mean, that one works too, Kevs, but I need to have that emote to use it. Oh, I thought we haven't seen the Colossus hint yet. Oh, I think we might be about to.
Riley picking up Vanilla Requiem. I think that was 10 skulls, if I'm not mistaken.
10. Yeah. It's a skull hint. I see which skull hint, but it doesn't matter, it's a skull hint. AKA, not a hint we want to see. I wonder where Riley's going. Probably to check the song at Palermo.
Yep, and we know Prelude of Light is the Ocarina of Time song, so kind of running out of options here for what Bolero can be.
True. Finding our second Foolish Lake Harrier hint.
Pushing Riley further and further away from useless information at this point now, but would have been nice to have.
Yeah, Hobbits are a really powerful little tool. Hobbits can let you stop recoils, make more recoil, float a bit. Oh, find star storms in the crater. And now it's raining in a volcano. Can someone explain how that happens? Because that, not even magic can explain that one.
I'm sticking with my tried and true explanation for the morning. Magic. That's it. And Song of Storms is probably somewhat of a relief. As nice as Bolero would be for a warp, starting to imagine a world where something was might be down in the well. We could see Din's down in the well still. But with that Song of Storms pickup, we could also see a boomerang hiding out down there.
True. See, chat, I'm not complaining that volcanoes are getting rain. I'm complaining that inside the volcano, it's raining. You know, clouds are only a bit higher than that.
Is the crater, though, inside?
Like, we're quite deep into the crater, and the clouds don't let the rain fall that far, but becoming steam, I feel, would be a bit higher. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say the steam is more likely, yeah, because of the temperature.
I'm just going to go with Hyrule's a fucked up place, as I also saw in chat. Yeah, honestly, could be worse.
Well, Riley matching up the song check there. But Sans Hammer, more than likely, will not be making any kind of dip into fire, although could prove me wrong. Certainly where you get the hammer, so...
Riley is climbing DMC. Can't see what that is. Anyone see what that is? I can't see what that is.
No, I didn't get a look at it either.
I mean, it makes sense that Fire Temple is the highest dungeon geographically. It's in the mountain. Mountains are normally pretty high. It's also blazing in here, so it's high in more than one way.
Yeah, as the famous Heat Miser once said, some like it hot, but I like it really hot.
Yeah, okay, there we go, chat. Yeah, you get it.
Sean,
Okay,
you're being a little inspirational there.
Oh, wait. There's a headstone coming up. Oh, it's Secretary Way to Hero again. I was so hoping that would bail out Riley. It feels bad, but...
I don't know that a GTG hint really does anything at this point. I mean, other than possibly hit him back there with a hook shot.
It means you don't go back, really. And that's probably important as well.
I think that Deku Tree Way the Hero is, I think that's really, I don't know, it's kind of like the outlier for me at this point, because that Kokiri sword could be a lot of places, and whatever is in Deku Tree could really impact how you progress through the rest of the seed, so...
Oh, yeah. Deku Tree could be the last item you need. Deku Tree could be available in the next 5 minutes. Also, I'm just going to shout out something funny in chat. You only get to pick one of Dark and Fire, and someone just throws down Incineroar. I'd also like to volunteer Houndoom. Who got there first?
It looks like Riley is setting up the little hover backflip trick here to try to grab this one extra check.
Oh my god. Strength 3 Nice, not bad, not bad. Strength 3 Kokiri sword for Dins in Deku. Oh dear. Oh wow! That was clean. That was actually really clean climb there.
Yeah, nice execution on both sides. Seeing some pretty swanky navigation from Ryu there, but then also Riley nailing that backwards hover skip. So Unfortunately, not yielding anything really for Riley. Is going to give us our Storms Grotto check. I don't believe we've seen this yet.
We have not. We've only just got storms.
We sure did, didn't we? I've already forgotten.
Which also means we know where Bolero is. Because we have every other song knowledge. Bolero is in the Burning Kakariko cutscene. So Boomerang locks Bolero. Doesn't change anything, but it's lovely to know.
Good sign here. Looks like Riley might be heading child. Hookshot is on the spinning Goron pot.
I'm
That's
not
really
sure
the
why I
big.
don't go there right now.
That's true.
Almost
might head
definitely a
over-
lens game, I feel, because you're right there.
I was just gonna say, might head over to Lens Game, which might inspire Goron City, maybe.
Not sure. Actually, to be fair, save warp before market wouldn't be so bad either, because of where the save warp puts you. Right next to Goron City.
I'm still not sure. Have we seen Riley take a child save warp?
I don't know.
I mean, I find it unlikely we haven't yet, but I only remember seeing it on Ryu's side.
I feel at some point Riley is going to do that.
Well, hopefully sooner rather than later, it's going to push towards hopefully push towards that hook shot. And keep in mind, we still haven't seen what is Way of the Hero for Ganon's Castle either.
We have not. We've seen a wallet, which is potentially, but that would require Waterstone. And I'm not a big fan of Vaporeon.
And there was a question earlier, how many skulls is Riley up to? It looked like that was a 6th skull grab right there. So about half as many as Ryu. I think Ryu just grabbed 12.
90 minutes to achieve 6 skulls. Setting time of day tonight. I guess it might get called go straight back to the next game. It's definitely a good time to do it.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Gonna have to go there. It's not something you can skip today.
RyuuKane there showing the superior Scarecrow song, A down, A down, A down, A down.
It feels like a song I could get stuck humming in the summer. A down, A down, A down, A down, A down. Unfortunately, with the time of day setting, Riley chose to head to Graveyard Warp.
Not the worst idea. It looks like it's going to be a skull collecting into well play.
That's the biggest problem with randos and doing comms is the plays are good based on the knowledge. It's not a bad play. Just need to make the way over to that Lens game. But this, skulls could be a big payout. Bottom of the well could be a big payout. We still don't know.
You haven't seen any skull checks, which for an hour and a half between two top runners is a little surprising. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and we're all too from. Oh, go ahead.
This is also a good point to hand in your Keaton mask. Because the guard up here would like to see it.
And taking the Scarecrow all the way up to the top is just going to give you a restock on shoes there.
Could be valuable, honestly. Shoes are still really good, even if you have bombs. Well, that does put away stick, okay.
No, but as I was saying about the calls, it's all too all too familiar a scene for everybody here with Rando is, Riley's making good decisions. They're just not the ones that we've seen pay out as far as Ryu's side. But some new information coming up could change the tune a little bit.
True, we're in deep fire. So the random generator decides to roll deep fire today. And we keep going.
And
it's a funny fact that if we didn't have hover boots, Song of Time could have actually been required for the check in the Goron room here to actually beat the dungeon. I've seen a scene once where you had to use Song of Time to bring the block down in front of the highest Goron check to open the boss room door because no hover boots.
Yeah, and Ryu there says, "Get on out of here, fake door. I'm only interested in the real thing." But at the same time, Riley is draining that well.
Yeah, going in. 10 skulls look like nothing. It's about what I expect these days, but you gotta check it in case it is something. Deep Fire BK is not good for anyone, not even chat. Deep Fire BK is just tedious and no one likes it.
Well, this is not quite the same time sink as the completely foolish GTG maybe, but it is, if nothing turns out here, this is a big time sink.
Oh yeah. I think we'll have to have something. Whether it's something major, I don't know, but I don't think it's gonna have well and GTG empty of items. At this point, something's got to give. There's got to be something somewhere. There's only so many places left in the video game.
Yeah, we're seeing some pretty... not required, but a nice quality of life.
Oh, that is so nice to have. Not required, but I wouldn't mind the minute time sync for the Goron sword. Bosky had to be there, last place left.
So Deep Fire just yielding some big slashes. Other than that, not too much to be spoken about. Getting a little further into the well here. Let's see.
I feel the best bailout would be another hook shot in the well. Because then at least Riley will have one.
Yeah, another hook shot in the well. Kokiri's sword in the well, I think, would also be nice to push towards that way of the hero.
Yeah, it would be fantastic.
If you're Riley, you want something down here that Ryu has to come back for.
So, Dins. I feel Dins is what you wanted here at that point. Bavaria doesn't have anything. I believe Kane Cat is such a Bavaria has to be a key. I feel that Riley will do lens game before we go back a door. I'm not entirely sure of that, but I feel Riley will do that.
Yeah, it's also easy to forget that that's been free for so long.
Most runners like to forget that lens exists.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame them. It's the lens of truth.
Well, the truth of the matter is they need to get around to it. So.
I see what you did there.
Ooh, fire arrows down in the bottom of the well.
Oh, that's actually something big.
We could have a fire-locked Dins.
That is Shadow Trial 2 open.
And with Shadow Trial 2 in mind, we do know the Ganon's Castle is Way of the Hero.
And it's only paid out a wallet so far.
Yeah, see, and this is possibly what I was talking about, is if there's something in here that's obscure, but you're going to need to come get it. That's what Riley is hoping for. Because honestly, Ryu getting that GTG Foolish hint has been able to, amass a decent lead as far as just what's available to Ryu at this point. So by no means is this race over, but it certainly tilted in Ryu's favor earlier, about half an hour ago or so.
I think it's far from over. No, that's useful, honestly. A reload on the arrows is always nice.
Oh, we had a slingshot upgrade there for Riley in the well, and then a slingshot upgrade for Ryu as well. So,
Oh, you know all the things are.
And yes, we did see Ryu go Child Spirit. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's the same thing. All the way up to the right hand, which was the boss key. Right, basement. Just the fire arrows and the ammo upgrades.
Yeah, those fire arrows could turn out to be nothing, but they also could turn out to be a key to our next fire source or possibly something else. So I wouldn't write them off just yet.
Boss with a Well is not dead yet.
Taking the save warp, but not going forward. Come on, think. Riley.
No, Riley's leaving.
Thought about it, and then thought about and then thought about it again.
No, Riley's realised you can't just leave this. You have to do this.
Yes, thank you to if it was a willing good wishes or good vibes to Riley, but remembering to stick around and thoroughly clear out Goron City. Definitely going to be happy he made that call.
Riley is just giving all of us anxiety.
And Riley going to give me another opportunity to let him know that I am indeed hooked on Goron City here today. But Ryu making the call after a pretty empty fire is at least going to make some progress into Stone Forest. We'll see how far. Is up to 15 skulls. We saw the 10 skull check was just a little tiny bit of cash.
Grabbing all the skulls in here would put you to 19 at this point. All you gotta do is find one more to get 20.
And for all the different face options here that you can get on the spinning pot, I think the smile is the most fitting. Because we've got a hook shot. Yeah, frustrated to put it off, but happy to get it. So,
oh yeah,
we'll be plenty of time to kick ourselves later after this race is over. Right now, pick it up and keep moving.
We keep going. Where is Hot Water Goron? Oh, right there. Perfect.
Certainly take convenience today.
And so far, Forest Temple has yielded 2 vanilla keys. Great if you want to clear it, terrible if you want to find something good.
Yeah, chat pointing out could just be collecting some skulls and then picking up any checks along the way.
Yeah, that's feasible. Hookshot was bomb locked, so you need to have bombs to be able to grab it. I can't remember when bomb bag was. What?
Yeah, where was that first bomb bag? Oh,
it was. Let's go on.
Yep.
So you'd have had to go adult Goron City to then go back to child Goron City. Oh, sniped.
Yeah, Ryu getting his Octo Rock world rocked. Yeah, Goron City really paying off all around, huh? Had the bombs, had the hook shot. And Riley has shoes on the mind as well here.
Riley buying shoes from Child Market, and they got a second chance, everyone. Place your bets for the chess game in the chat.
Very good sign for Riley. I'm guessing straight left again. Nope. Yeah, and if Riley is interested in some heavy metal, it's the music that he's going to be walking out of here with. Going to be grabbing that Megaton Hammer. It possibly could lead to a deep fire dip as well, which we saw from Ryu will not yield anything. So if you're in Riley's camp and you're holding out, you want to see something else, a different kind of play. Although I don't know that there's too much on the mind.
And 3 R's, 2 L's wins the... and Riley's looking at that hammer and thinking, why is this here? Riley's now a full fire temple behind. Nothing in forest so far that I've noticed.
So, Sean, where do we go? I mean, forest makes sense as far as density, but not seeing much payout so far. So where are we looking? Possibly with those fire arrows for Ganon's castle?
I'm not sure where I would go here. I'd say clear out Fire Temple because it's a medallion, you kind of need to do it. Unfortunately, Waterstone is open. There's also that option. Wasteland, but that's one check, and I can't see going away too much for one check. Yet.
Yeah, and chat is pointing out that if Forest Temple ends up being nothing, that is Riley really behind? I'm gonna say still yes, because the major area that Riley cleared, GTG, Ryu will not touch because it was hinted foolish somewhere else. So the areas that Ryu is clearing, Deep Fire, Stone Forest, are things that are in play for Riley. So it's not like Riley may not make it there, at some point, but we do see arming the fire arrows, crossing the bridge. Riley is making the play to see if it's a fire-locked fire. I like this because Ganon's Tower's way the hero. That's why I like this play.
It's fire-locked anything at this point. You haven't got the requirements to do Shadow Trial 2 any other way. You need a long shot for any other way of doing this, so if it's long shot over here, that's a little interesting, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it could be Kokiri Sword, it could be Boomerang, and then you just have Din's locked behind one of those. So, yeah.
It could just be the Goron item.
Also true, yeah. I keep forgetting we know where that other strength is, yeah.
Do you have a lot of trouble with that ground jump here? There we go.
I say we're naming all the good things it could be. We also know it could just be nothing.
It could always just be nothing. Or it could be another strength upgrade.
That's true. Yeah, that would be huge.
Because if you find a strength upgrade here, but wave to hero, you hunt hard for that Goron item. because you know it has to be strength 3 at that point. There has to be a strength 3 required at that point.
Well, we're moments away from getting our answer here. Oh, look, keys. Another one.
Another one. 4 keys before entering the first Poe area is actually quite nice. Not something you see every day.
Fire arrows to light the way. This could be big.
That could have been problematic. Okay, let's see what we get.
On the edge of your seats, chat.
I know I am. Oh.
Bottom of the well. Yeah, all the hype. Bottom of the well, not looking like it's paying out yet. I'm trying to think quickly if there's anything else. I guess is the wasteland check with fire arrows in logic?
Yes, but I think we're getting a... Oh, dear. Right, okay, good. That was almost problematic. I think the pack the Barry got was a 20 pack. So 22 at the end of Shatter Trial. There it is. Eye drops in forest.
So, Stone Forest. Delivering.
So you called it approximately 5 seconds late there. Stone Forest have a strength upgrade. The question is it a required strength upgrade? Or is there a accessible one somewhere else? Riley following, though. No, Riley not following. Never mind.
He had me too. I was like, well, at least we'll be getting it around the same time, but Riley's got other plans. I feel like you're far enough in to Forest that you just finish it for the sake of what else could be here, right? Unless I'm wrong.
I think Reed's full clear, like.
Yeah, I think you're deep enough in. And you've been getting so many keys that there's still potential for some other stuff to be hiding out.
Oh yeah, by the time you beat this blue pearl, you have to have all 5 small keys. Otherwise, you cannot logically beat this dungeon. So this has to be a small key.
And of the 2 options here that Riley had, the biggest densities as far as fire or stone forest, can't blame Riley going medallion first. Gonna take that megaton hammer and check fire temple.
Progression rush here. Okay. Create a fairy first, though. I mean, you say finally we'll get to see actual progression items, but I think eye drops are pretty big progression items, you know?
Oh, I think that's a big pull, yeah. Especially, it's looking more and more like that's going to be the required strength too.
Oh yeah, it's like you leave here and you go immediately up to Begorron. Grab that, play Requiem, you have spirits tidy up then. Oh, I love getting that jump slash every time. Looks so clean.
Yeah, these runners have been showing off why they are such top-tier runners, because some really good movement and routing decisions throughout. Ooh, light arrows. So if you didn't need strength too, or I'm sorry, if you didn't need the strength on the Goron there, you're gonna need those light arrows.
It's like, just in case you didn't want, just in case you thought Fire Temple wasn't good enough. Okay, you definitely feel clear now. You're Amy, for God's sake. You feel clear. A little bit of trivia for you. Did you know that the Poes are named after a Little Women?
I named after what?
The Little Women from the book Little Women.
No, I didn't know that. I knew they had names. I only know the purple one's name is Meg.
Yeah, this one's Amy. And I believe I think it's Beth and Joelle in that order. could be wrong on those. I would accept the other two. Also, it looks like chat is showing their beautiful opinions on Forest Stone.
Yeah, don't want to make light of the situation here, but Forest Temple really delivering today, and possibly our only logical access to that second strength. There's just as good a chance that our third strength is locked behind that one. So,
I think I'm watching my 40,000 points just trickle away. Okay, I was wrong on the order of red and blue, but my names were right at least.
Yeah, and I think the biggest advantage here proved to be, so far at least, just shy of 2 hours in, biggest advantage proves to be the knowledge. Because Ryu was able to save some time not going through GTG, getting that foolish hint. And Ryu really has routed this pretty well. Aside from a full clear of what ended up being a nothing fire temple, which you can't help. You were in there. It's a medallion progression. You just got the Megaton Hammer. It makes perfect sense. So as far as going through it, Ryu's been making some really good calls.
When you've got to go all the way up to top fire away, and the Begone sword will help. It's not the worst in the world. It makes this upcoming fight super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the big key placement. Yeah, so it really doesn't matter. That was just really good routing all around.
Gonna go all the way up. RyuuKane getting up to 18 skulls. Missed out one, but it's an awful run anyway, so it makes sense to get rid of it from your route.
So despite all the excitement that we have over here in the booth for these items we've been finding, we're still quite a few items away from go mode. We're looking for that Kokiri sword, we're looking for that boomerang, we're looking for Din's fire, and we're looking for a mirror shield, all of which will be required to finish this seed out. Well, I'm on the fence about the Kokiri sword, because we know it's Way of the Hero, but is it something that we could possibly... is that a strength? You know what I mean? So...
We know there's potentially a Way of the Hero item in Gad's Castle. For all we know, it's the wallet. I don't think we have a Zora tunic found yet, so for all we know, it's the wallet. I know it's particularly Monk-esque to having a wallet potential Way of the Hero, but until we find the third strength, we have to assume it's a chance.
Yeah, it is.
It is overly much. It's a second strength, a mirror shield, and a boomerang. K sword for hints. It's a bomb with okay. Oh yeah, and Dins, of course. Okay, so...
Yeah, nothing else paying out there. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we're just going to blitz Begone on now. Makes sense.
Yeah, nothing else paying out in Stone Forest other than what we saw. But what we did see was pretty important. Light arrows,
yeah, I think
definitely required. Go ahead.
I think we got enough in Forest, don't you? I could be wrong.
I was certainly happy with the payout of Stone Forest. It's just a long dungeon like Stone Forest. I always want to get my money's worth, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Well on the way for Strength 2, though. This is big. We've known about this for a while, and we've been slightly concerned about this for just about as long. So
this opens Spirit Temple and gives an actual reason to go back for a Wasteland check at some point. Except RyuuKane hasn't got a fire source. That could be the problem right now. The fire source for RyuuKane could be an issue.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why we stress so many times it is not over until until somebody finishes, because if we have a fire-locked fire source, it could be a while before Ryu makes that play. Our fire arrows, the only thing we know about was in bottom of the well, which we saw Riley make the play for us. So it, depending on where Dins is hiding out, might give Riley some time to make up some ground here.
True. It's all over until we have obtained bacon.
I will agree with you there. The best kind of singing at the end is bacon sizzling in a pan. And I'm currently making myself hungry.
Oh, I regret mentioning bacon now. I am actually quite hungry.
Yep, there's that strength 2 that we've known about for almost 2 hours. And speaking of 2 hours, happy 2 hour mark. Hope you're enjoying the race. Great action going on so far.
A little boring on the gauntlet colour. It's just a boring silver colour. I think, yeah, Ryu's about to grab 2 more skulls, so it's actually a good opportunity to get 20.
Yeah, we haven't seen that 20 check yet. This will be the first time going through there. And Ryu hasn't dipped 10 either, but that was... it turned out to be nothing, just some cash, if I remember correctly.
Grab these skulls, do this check on the way through. All stuff that makes sense. God, if there's a strength on 20 skulls. Screw Spirit, you rush down this castle.
Well, strength on 20 skulls, I feel like hurts Riley. Because that is a deep climb for those light arrows.
It is entirely possible it won't actually hurt Riley if it's what's it called? If it's a strength, unless there is something in Light Trial. If there's nothing in Light Trial, a strength on 20 only helps Riley. You will still have to go into the forest at some point. But at the very least, that's hinted.
That's true. I just kind of feel like by the time you get a hint like that, like that's a deep dive for light arrows at that point, because it was not early on. But nonetheless, our speculations will be put to rest here, as Ryu is about to give us a exclusive sneak peek here at what's on 20 skulls.
And a peek on 10, which was just $5. Yeah.
Well, that was disappointing.
Reality is often disappointing.
Wow, hit me with the reel right now. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, that is all skull checks dead today, as we've had hints for 30, 40, and 50.
I would argue that the skulls are alive, because no one's killing them.
I see what you did there.
Come on, that took us gold. Riley almost done with fire. Unfortunately, still now a full forest behind.
Would you say that the Skulltulas were spinning a web of deceit today?
I would, in fact, say that, yes.
Well, armed with strength 2. Had an into spirit. I mean, there's got to be something good coming up soon, because, you know, and Ryu doesn't know what's in bottom of the well or ice, but we know there's nothing there. So, well, I won't say nothing. We know there's fire arrows in the bottom of the well, which could point towards, you know, like we said, could be fire locked progression.
Fire arrows could actually be super important.
Yeah, well, I won't say nothing. And we
Well, we
still
know
don't know
Din's
about
fire.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm going to say, for all we know, Din's fire is fire locked.
Yeah, very well be Kokiri Sword's fire locked, and Kokiri Sword gives you access to Din's. We know there's a boomerang though. Talk about progression. Spirit
And you
Temple.
did need Child Spirit. Oh, Riley free to go on.
but
Riley
I was
free to go on. RyuuKane finds the boomerang.
Yeah, I did.
Did Riley do Hammer Chest?
Riley, I didn't see Riley go up there yet.
Okay, I don't know Riley's going to. No, Riley did not do Hammer Chest. I did not see the Golden Sword. So they're probably never going up.
Yeah, it could save a little bit of time, but certainly not the thing you want to be skipping out of all your options, because definitely helps with damage.
I do feel you lose more time when you save by not grabbing that. Especially with 2 more adult bosses yet to go.
I would agree with that.
And Ganondorf.
Yeah, but as we were saying about those fire arrows, we don't know how big a find that is yet, because we do know that Deku Tree is Way of the Hero, and we can't get in there without a Kokiri Sword. And we don't know where that is. The fire arrows
Probably
have
the
their
last
chance.
place you expect it.
That's true. Fire arrows have their chance to prove some worth here.
We've seen this check. Oh, that is a valid point. If Riley gets strength 2, that might be Riley back into GTG. Boo!
I would like to order 1 single rupee, please.
I would like to refuse that order and remove from the game. Boo! 1 single rupee. That'll be 10 rupees.
I've only got 11. Will that cover it?
What a fire source really has to do is room the old-fashioned way.
Hey, look, another key. Although I think we knew that that had to be there, right, from Ryu's run earlier.
Yeah, that had to be the 8th key.
Yeah, boomerang is good. It's necessary, so it's definitely good. But it's not the kind of find that really, nails the coffin for Riley there. So because he's gonna have to come through here. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, Riley's doing Composer Grave.
Had that been Din's fire, though, that would have been a big, just a big blow.
Din's fire makes it interesting, I feel. Iron Knuckles is so much smoother with the Goron sword.
And a cushiony double defense as well. I forget where we picked up a double defense, but Ryu has it and Riley does not.
I believe that's the 5th small key in Spirit. Did RyuuKane just save and... Oh, right, yeah, no Mirror Shield.
I mean, I guess if you're following progression, take the boomerang to Jabu.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there that's in line? I mean, I know you got Bottom of the Well and Ice Cavern, but I'd rather get a medallion for my time sink.
I think Riley is going to go and hand in Skull Mask. Can't remember, did Riley hand in the Keaton Mask? Yes, it would be while he's getting the skulls. That's going to be Skull Mask in a little bit. Or it's Child Spirit. That works too.
Yeah, and our outstanding way of the heroes, like we said, Deku Tree definitely has something good. And Ganon's Castle did give us a wallet, but there still could be something better if we dig a little deeper there. So, two way of the heroes we haven't been able to really make a lot of progress in. One of them, Deku Tree, we haven't been able to make any progress in.
It's still vanishingly unlikely the wallet is actually the way of the hero. But if it is, there's only one place it locks, one specific check. I'd rather not have to do that. They don't have hearts for it, that's not the issue.
Well, Ryu has got a boomerang and says, let's go ahead and get this medallion. I totally support this play. If nothing, it's not a dungeon that you can do any more smoothly in Go mode, so...
True. Might as well just get the checks done. Get the dungeon done. Oh.
And chat dreaming up some horrible things.
As always. Or worse, it's Kokiri Sword on Dark Link.
Yeah, don't forget, something has to be in Deku Tree for that way of the hero hint, so...
Bye, Riley. Just casually getting knocked in by a spike trap.
Ooh, and Riley taking the stab there. Be careful. It slices, it dices. That is the moving floor trap. I have no name for that. Does that have a name?
That room is the pits.
No, the little bladed thing that moves around. Do those have a name?
They're called spike traps.
Oh, I was right.
They're literally spike traps. Ooh, but it's a fabulous boomerang trail there for RyuuKane. A nice pink. No, spikes aren't those. Spikes are the rock enemies in Water Temple. There are some fantastic names in this game. For example, actually, I think we're about to see one. This room coming up has a lot of bubbles. You'd think they'd be called bubbles, right?
You mean these bubble-shaped things here?
No, they're shabob.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh yes, we're about to see the tail Passeron as well.
That was my second guess, Sean. My first guess was bubble, yeah, but...
Bubbles are actually the flaming skull enemies. In this room, we have these little electric snake tail things. These are called tail Passerons, because of course they are. And these are probably the most sensible enemies. They're called Parasitic Tentacle. No, that's the question mark is in the name. They are Parasitic Tentacle. Flaming skulls are all called bubbles. You got green bubble, blue bubble, white bubble, red bubble. I don't know why they're called bubbles. It's so weird.
It's all about the nuances and the inflections, right?
These jellyfish are called Biri. The ones that drop from the ground, I believe, are called Barry. That's B-I-R-I and B-A-R-I. The stingrays make sense. They're called stingers. Oh. Tentacles are literally called parasitic tentacle.
Yeah, see, there's that nuance. It's the little inflection there.
Yeah. It's just I don't get it. I mean, and this is the most intimidating enemy in the dungeon, the Ruto.
Yeah, don't worry about the any of the lore here, because all along the famous Rudo treasure was the fire medallion. Don't be confused.
Yes, clearly. I like how they changed those there. That makes it look good. I don't think fake doors have an official name in game because I don't think you can target them. So if there's a name, it's going to be like a manual. I would say, yeah, RyuuKane's definitely ahead, if for no other reason than progression. Plus, they have a boomerang.
Boomerang, I mean, it's definitely going to the credit of progression, but Ryu is ahead because you pretty much have to go all the way through forest at this point.
Yeah,
To the best-
RyuuKane is a full forest and almost a full Jabu ahead.
Yeah, to the best of our knowledge, that's our only way to get strength 2. We knew that there was a... We've known since pretty early on that there's a strength on the Goron, the big Goron, sorry. And that's where we found the eye drops. So until we see another strength pop up, that's definitely required. And if that wasn't enough, we found light arrows pretty deep in Stone Forest as well. So I'd say that's a sizable advantage right now.
Do you get it? Aww. This little trick sucks, because what you're meant to do is lower the platform that was at the top, bring a box around and weigh the switch down. But you can just about make it in before the door closes if you roll off the switch in a specific way. That's what you just did. Door killer. They are actually called door killer. Okay, I'm willing to adopt that as canon.
Well, someone who needs no introduction by name here is Baronade, making an appearance on Ryu's side.
Ah, yes. Sit back, relax, and grab a nice glass of Baronade. Disclaimer, don't actually drink Baronade.
That just sounds like it would kill you if you drank it.
You probably would, actually. Or at least be very electrifying.
Well, while we have a Baronade fight here on Ryu's side, we do see Riley going back adult.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else is left at this point that isn't like flat progression. I think it has to be forest or water. Liquefied pop rocks. That does not sound healthy. And let's jab you down. Just
picking up
medallions to go. Sorry.
I was just going to say, going to be
my
picking up
God.
the fire medallion. We'll see what's on Baronade. Why, that is our 3rd lift upgrade. So we are on
You've
strength
got it.
3.
You might not need Forest Temple except for lights. But there's a very good chance to use Forest Temple for the strength as well.
Well, regardless if... Oh, sorry, go ahead. You finish your thought.
I was going to say, the lights are there, yes, but that looks like the only thing that's there. We need to see... Wait, was that boomerang strength 2 locked? Yes, it was!
Yeah,
Yeah.
the boomerang was strength 2 locked, and I was going to say, whether we need to see Forest or not, it does look like that's Riley making the play, so good call on Riley to catch up here. Clear out Stone Forest. Hopefully doesn't bail on the eye drops. They were about
I need to take a
halfway through.
moment here to point out the hilarity of a boomerang chest hint right behind King Jabu Jabu. Lord Jabu Jabu, my apologies.
Well, this seed has been certainly shown us a sense of humor.
Oh my god. I'm very glad I had a sense of humour, but can I not bring it to work with it? Oh, well, I guess we've been having fun at least.
Well, I know I'm having a good time. How about you?
Oh, this is great. So I'm expecting Mirror Shield and Kokiri Sword in Light Trial with Dins on Goma. So I can actually say we're in Goma mode.
Yeah, part of me, like I said, I like to see a nice close race, so I'm holding out that those fire arrows end up being useful in some way. We talked a few minutes ago about the lead that Ryu has been able to collect over time here. But Riley made the play to the bottom of the well. Oh, can't talk. Riley made the play to bottom of the well, picked up fire arrows, and we still haven't seen if they pan out for anything. So depending on where Dins is, or if Dins is locked behind Kokiri Sword or Mirror Shield, and that's, locked by fire, we'll have to see.
So we have a issue here now where if all the stuff gets found, all we gotta do is just talk over people just doing dungeons. The problem being, Wasteland's not hinted. The issue we have at the moment is that we only know 2 potentially unresolved way to heroes. One is definitely, one might be a wallet. Ryu at the moment has no reason to go bottom of the well. Has had no reason to go to GTG for at least an hour and a half. There's not many places left anything could be. Well, yeah. So you go water after this if there's nothing in strength 3 locked, right? Like straight water. Yeah, Ryu would not want to go anywhere near. Yeah, Dins there would be fantastic. We have not seen the Wasteland hint.
Yeah, Dins in Wasteland would be a big game changer.
Wow.
I don't know that it's huge, though, because Ryu's going to run out of places just because Ryu's routing has given him more access to the game. So it's more likely that Ryu will eventually go to the bottom of the well if, he's out of options at that point. So, but this is, of course, all speculation because we're getting a bunch of fresh checks here.
Yeah, 8 checks in here. There's 2. This is probably a better way of doing like trial.
Hey.
Oh, hi, Moshield. This is the best way to do like trial normally. Kill the enemies on the left, do the left-hand checks, go through the door because the enemies don't respawn. If you go through here, then go back to the rest and get the last check. So we have the mirror shield, that's important.
Well, we now have certainly something that can fully fill the bill for Way of the Hero in Ganon's Tower, but doesn't mean we can't find something else.
The only thing necessarily Deku. Although, at this point, it would be, yeah.
Yeah, Din's is Way of the Deku is Way of the Hero, and there's the Kokiri sword. So that's.
Oh no! I think that's it then. I think that's game.
Yeah, Ganon's Castle, Way of the Hero, dropped you a Kokiri sword and a nice hefty mirror shield.
I hate to call it early. Yeah, there isn't enough chance for I to catch up.
I don't know that I don't think you're calling it early in a bad way though, because based on the information we have, we know that it could be long shot, I guess, if central pillar is required, but that's still going to give you, it's still going to lead breadcrumb trail for Ryu to pick up. So
I feel at this point Riley is just full about half of forest, all of Jabu, and all of spirit. No, man, isn't that even no strength? All of spirit. I think it is far too much to catch up on. Which means my 40,000 talent points are being sent to someone else.
Yeah, and based on the item layout.
By the way, these predictions, holy crap. 4.5 return on investment if you bet RyuuKane here. You're getting a lot of points off this, people.
Yeah, and Sean, feel free to weigh in. I might be wrong here, but I feel like long shot could still be what we end up finding in Deku.
Oh, absolutely.
But that would mean something is in stone water as far as that would mean Din's has to be. So I don't feel like Ryu can be pulled that far off the trail at this point.
It wasn't nothing, it was 40 nuts. Those are clearly useful.
And
if we look at the Twitch predictions for just a second, sorry.
Very good.
4.56 return on investment if you bet RyuuKane here, with a 1.28 on Riley. A lot of points changing hands here. Long shot would mean absolutely water, I think, yeah. Like, flat the hell out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of alluding to, is no matter what the way of the hero is that we find in Deku, it's still going to lead Ryu to where he needs to go, so...
In fact, I am looking at the board right now. I don't think there's anything which can be gotten which was just anything other than Dins or Longshot in there. Good point. Yeah, Longshot does open Spirit Trial, Shadow Trial too. Yeah, I'm just saying Longshot would be just water, or in Ryu's case, Shadow Trial 2. Spirit is absolutely not going to be key logic locked.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through logic and how how it all comes together. I'm just wondering, is there any way something is on River Chest based on what we're looking at?
River Chest would be interesting if it's the boss key.
Okay.
If you need auto training in the boss keys in River Chest, that's probably a concern.
Yeah, that's Riley's only hope right now, is that River Chest is required. Although, again, is Riley close enough that a quick Ice Cavern dip... we have the 3 medallions for the Burning Caxong check, too. So, Ryu can get it quickly, know that's not it, and then go over to Ice Cavern. So
Ryu does have a blue fire bottle. And if you're going in just for the song, it's really quick to go in with blue fire.
yeah, I just don't see... I mean, Riley has fought a great race, and it's certainly never over till it's absolutely over, but I'm seeing less and less scenarios where this works out. But hey, if you're a Ryu fan, this is what you like to see, right?
Okay, so...
And we had some shout for my Year Without a Santa Claus reference earlier, so why not have Hyrule's version of Heat Miser and Snow Miser make an appearance here? It looks like Riley dipped out before grabbing light arrows. I want to kind of take my eyes out and rinse them to make sure that's what I'm looking at here, but it does appear to be the case. So, yeah. Oh. Riley not helping the case there.
Under blinded circumstances, I understand leaving, because what are the odds of something being there? What are the odds? It's the right choice. It's just the wrong choice, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I think we said this maybe about an hour or so ago. That's been the theme of the game for Riley's play. Riley's making good decisions, routing well and going through some. It's just unfortunate because, we have information to know otherwise. So, Riley making the choice to go early, GTG, which was a good call, able to, clear a lot of it out despite missing some items. But we knew it was foolish when he went in there. And then same deal here. We know the light arrows are just a few more checks away from where he noped out of. But he had no reason to stay. Nothing pointing him that way. And I'm sure he's feeling behind with the completely empty GTG check as well.
Oh, yeah.
So Riley making strong plays, good plays, and just not going to be rewarded for it today in that way.
Okay, so just gotta deal with Rover on RyuUkane's side. Stabby, stabby, stabby. So this for the bracket. You wonder if this will be moving on to losers round 7. It should be facing the winner of Pink Kitty Rose and Fantatank.
That should be a good race.
Oh, that should be a great race as well, yeah. There's so many good races at this point. Was that a gold scale? Was that what gold scale was?
I didn't catch a chat. You want to back me up on there? Was it a gold scale? It does appear to be the case.
That's kind of funny, actually. We don't need it, but it's nice to see it. At least I feel.
Well, now it's a matter of what is hiding out in the Deku tree that's so important that it got classified as Way of the Hero. I can assume it's Din's. I guess it could be a long shot for something required in Stonewater. But even then, like we said, especially after the dip before Light Arrows, there's just unfortunately not enough left for Ryu to have to go through to waste time on for Riley to catch up. We'll see. We'll see how it all comes together. And, you know, I think it's worth noting when we talk about some of the, you know, impressive plays and routing that Riley has made, was rewarded with some stuff that would have been, you know, game breaking had it come down to that. Was the only runner to dip Ice Cavern and grabbed Song of Time. There's that boomerang pickup for Riley. Grab Song of Time, which if that locks something, we're looking at a totally different game early on. And same thing with the fire arrows out of the bottom of the well. If something came off of that check, especially a fire locked item, or fire locked fire, apologies. You know, we're looking at a different game. So, you know, Riley has made some good pulls for what he's dipped. It just unfortunately was not the way it shook out for him today.
Midas moved out the way, thank God. Going good. I would say that Ryu has routed really well. Finding the DTG Foolish hit definitely did help. Saves a ton of time. Yeah, we're just looking for one item in here. See what we find.
Yeah, I think the GTG play, the hint for GTG to avoid the GTG play was big. But honestly, Ryu has pretty much gone exactly where he needs to go. Like, following the logic progression and going where he goes, Ryu's made excellent execution of this. Deciding to go, all the way through in Forest is also another thing that's playing into this. But avoiding things like Bottom of the Well, avoiding things like Ice Cavern, which, as far as we know, and like we said, based on what we find here, proved to be worthless. So Ryu not just reading the foolish hints well, but just kind of following progression in a pretty efficient and effective way. So good on Ryu this play. It's been a good seed to watch.
Obligatory boo for the green rupee appearing on Riley's side. I think that both runners probably feel behind here, actually. Ryu probably feels they have a decent shot.
It's also some... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It is very rare in a 1v1 situation where anyone feels they're ahead.
I definitely can't speak to how he feels. I think you always feel behind whenever you're playing rando, no matter what the game. But something else is Ryu's just prioritized some of the progression as well, because having magic and lens, Ryu grabbed that hammer. Oh, there it is.
So we should get. Yeah. Sario's object. Why is he not going to Deku for on Goma? Because it's not on Goma.
I was going to say we need to get this out of the tree before we burn it down, because that's our fire source.
It's fine. Deku hasn't got magic in it. It's fine.
Yep, light up the sign because we have hit go mode for Ryu. No need to worry about anything else. Sorry if you wanted to see Water Stone. You're not going to see it today, at least not on Ryu's side. And I highly doubt Riley will make a dip there either.
I think Riley's next stop is actually going to be crossing the wasteland again, backwards.
Yeah, something, but that didn't fire... shut me up there for a second. I was trying to say something else that I think Ryu did that was nice was went ahead and prioritized progression with what he had and used lens, grabbed that hammer considerably earlier.
Yeah, that did help, yeah.
Which gave him that clear, gave him that clear through fire. So, it's not just the GTG skip, but that certainly helped. And Riley making progress right now. Going to be heading back, child. We see a little high five at the Master Sword pedestal here. But Riley's going to head over to Jabu, I would imagine, with that newly acquired boomerang, which is good. It's going to net him Strength 3. And Strength 3 is going to be the only way we're going to be able to pull our Kokiri Sword and our Mirror Shield. 2 very required items.
Yeah. And now we get to watch everyone's favourite dungeon, Shadow Temple. Clearly the pinnacle of OOT dungeons.
This is what I wake up for in the morning. A Go Mode Shadow Temple. That's not really any different.
Now the question is, how Go Mode is Shadow? Will there be a key in the maze? Probably, because it's Shadow Temple in Go Mode. I suppose we're just having a moment to say thank you to Commander Bible for that tier 1 sub. We appreciate you. And while we're at it, since we have a bit of a lull in the action, oh look, what shoes, it's time to shout out our trackers. The heroes behind the scenes making sure that we don't goof up, chat gets to see what everyone has, and they're pretty generally cool people. We have... I'm going to butcher this. Jean?
Let me help you with
Tell me
that.
what that was.
Let me help you with that. It's Jiang.
That works, thank
It's
you.
a Dutch name, that's why.
I apologise for butchering that. Or just TJ. TJ works, thank you very much. We also have Lazy, which is a much easier name to pronounce. And then we have a command for Restreamer. So I'm just going to shout out George as our Restreamer in the background.
Hello, I also rolled with non-garbage for a change.
It's not that bad a scene, honestly. I like it.
They got 2 in a row after the EU Weekly.
Uh-oh, your power's slipping.
I'm just gonna run an NA Weekly again.
God. I suppose it's moment to also shout out us, I guess. You've got Inline here, who hasn't put their Twitch on there yet. We can sort that out. And me. Hi, I exist.
Oh no, I've messed something up, you're telling me already? Oh.
No, it's fine. It's not the most clear place to put it. I can't link stuff or I'll get bopped.
No worries.
I will link you the spreadsheet where you can put it in the internal channel.
No worries. Well, a huge shout out. Yes, I can't say enough awesome things about our trackers today and our restreamers. So thank you so much for helping us put on an awesome and very entertaining race.
Oh yes, this has been great.
And shout out to you, Sean. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to call this one with you.
Yeah, I'll admit it is good to be back. It's been a good comm session, I feel. You slotted in really well.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And for George, for your credit, while it wasn't an awful seed, getting the hint early on that there was a strength on Big Goron check, it had the potential for something awful. So
it did. There is a very valid question in chat, which I suppose you have time to answer while RyuuKane's going through Shadow. What did you have to wait behind 328 other people for?
Oh, so is there anybody in chat while we're here? Does anybody in chat get the reference for the username? I feel like if we're asking it, it's gone over the heads again. So it's a SpongeBob quote. I don't know if you're familiar with the show SpongeBob.
God's sake. I should have known. I actually should have known.
So there's a scene where he's trying to get a bus out of a town that he doesn't want to be stuck in. And so he pushes himself to the front of the line and says, "I'm first in line, and then all these people get angry with him. So it cuts a couple later, and then he's way at the back of the line and he yells, "I'm 329th in line. Nobody forget it." And so
okay, no, that makes sense. The disco picture that makes total sense.
yeah, that's the username was born. Yeah, for all the misery that Stone Water causes you, Stone Forest was a runner for the money today.
It really was. It looks like Riley's going to end this dungeon on 20 skulls as well. So, semi-efficient skull looting. I don't agree with it taking 2 hours 40, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think the bummer, I mean, we already know this, but the real bummer is Riley's going to be collecting or prioritizing some of these one-off checks because we're honestly running out of locations based on what's available. And the big find is going to be everything else is on the path right now. So the big find is going to be that you have to go back to forest for those light arrows. That's going to be the real, real
I'm
bummer.
going to make an educated guess that Ryan's not going to make it back to forest. I feel Ryan's not going to make it back to Deku at this point before the race ends.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Dins was in the compass chest in Deku. Hey.
But like I said a number of times, and maybe it's just because I'm terrible at running these games that I feel the need to point it out, but from both sides, with the information they had, very impressive play from both runners.
Oh yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Oh, Riley's playing safe. Okay. Pretty sure Riley's one of the players that normally goes for the boxless strat here. Could be bomb. I'm used to bomb. Okay.
I see chat saying rock bottom, so yes, chat gets the SpongeBob reference. I appreciate it.
Even our jokes have finally hit rock bottom.
We had some bad ones today. Or I should say I had some bad ones. Yours were clever, but mine got a little out there. But no matter how far it gets out there, if you've got the boomerang, it's all coming back to you. And that's what we see over here on Riley's side. Doing good to take down Baronade.
This isn't just normal darkness in Shadow Temple. This is, like Faye says, advanced darkness.
So Faye's, that is another quote from the episode with the 329th in line. This isn't your regular, average, everyday darkness. This is advanced darkness. Very nice. I appreciate the love my SpongeBob quote is now getting. But Riley grabbing that strength 3, and hopefully is going to follow that straight into Spirit.
I wasn't paying attention. Did we get the boss
sorry.
in Spirit? In Shadow, sorry.
I haven't caught it either. I didn't mean... I misspoke. I did not mean Spirit. Riley hopefully follows that strength 3 into the way of the hero, Ganon's castle. That's where the remaining 2 items are, and those 2 will lead us to the 3rd remaining item.
Oh, Ryu does have the boss key. 40% chance of not needing to go into the maze.
It's a dream.
Chance.
Sorry, go ahead.
So now it's a 25% chance.
I'd say it's a dream shadow here.
Could we skip the maze today? No. No, of course not. Why would we? Why would we? Why would we ever?
We didn't have to go into stone water. I feel like this is the least we can do.
On the plus side, we are on the boat now. I think we're like maximum 15 minutes away.
Yeah, if not a sub 3, we'll be very close. We'll take this lovely boat ride.
I think from here with the Goron sword, sub 3 should be semi-guaranteed at this point. Normally it takes about like 8 minutes to climb the tower and beat the pig for top runners. I believe half the tower's already been done, so that'll chop a minute or 2 off. And if you're not bad at video games and die to Bongo, who would ever, that fight's like a minute. Oh, we've got some slight smile spam, slight smile this, slight smile smiley, so on and so forth. Oh yeah, his floor setting against cast that's even better. Finish shadow, walk backwards, go back into shadow, press the floor's win button. Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, it has to remember to pick up a key, though.
Boss key, yeah. Good point. Good point.
It doesn't happen often, but I have seen it happen. And yeah, Riley, jumping adult, taking that strength 3. Gonna be happy, but also probably a little annoyed at what he finds here.
There it is. We're done. We're in true go mode. We have all the keys.
Chat asking, where's Mirror? If you keep your eyes on Riley's screen, it's about to pop up.
In about, at maximum, a minute. Depends which way Riley goes in here.
Yeah, both Mirror and Kokiri Sword were strength 3 locked.
The Mirror Shield, I believe, is right here. There it is.
Yeah, Riley can lift that up and take a good hard look at the reflection in there. Definitely doesn't feel good at this point. Still a lot of game to clear on Riley's side.
Yeah, it's you're probably gonna have to use the lens here or Z-target a bit. Or you realise that you in go mode. Yeah, okay, yeah, Riley. Is Riley gonna leave? Riley should realise that now he's one item left. Yeah, I guess there's one check, you do it anyway no matter what.
Yeah, I also feel like because of the weirdness of everything, although if it's Way of the Hero, I guess it has to be, like, Longshot has to lead to something, right? If that's what you would have found in Deku, so you still know that Deku Tree is where you have to go.
Yeah.
And 2 hours, 47 minutes and change, just shy of 48 minutes. Bongo Bongo is defeated. That is the Shadow Medallion collected.
I feel this will be sub 3 at this point. There is no way it's not. 12 minutes to beat the game from here. Not a problem.
Yeah, Ryu with the full medallion collection here. And was that a forced triple dip of spirit? I can't remember.
What is adult? What is child? What is adult? No, one. Yeah, not that order. But one is child is going to be 2 as adult. We go into Temple of Time now. And from here, do you walk into Ganon's even with the... No, you definitely go for Roars, it's quicker.
Yeah, no, you gotta use Furrow's Wind. Hey, what's that? It's the big key for Ganon's castle.
Fastest one is Forest to reach if you have a hookshot. A slideshow, thank you so much for a subscription. 3 months. We appreciate you. Yeah, if you have hookshot, Forest is the fastest spot. Otherwise, Spirit is where you want to go for. Or Shadow if you opened it.
Yeah, Ryu going ahead using that Furrow's Wind, making a good call, and heading up to the top to try to put this seed to bed. Should be able to get it done in that, say, just about 10 minutes left to get that sub 3. But either way is going to be finishing with a really good time.
Oh, yeah.
Sub 3 feels good, like it's a fun achievement, but to be able to put anything, any convoluted puzzle together like this in the time that Ryu will have done is a good achievement. So
I don't feel this one's been overly bad as such. It's had a few problematic moments, like the hammer, the eye drops. The Goron's sword was nice, though. That was a nice find. Ooh, that was risky, but it paid off there. Almost triggered axe to the face. I guess he really wants to ask you that question. I thought it was a Pokemon joke.
I apologize, I missed it. I've enjoyed your jokes. I missed that one.
I said the Iron Knuckles have to ask you a question.
Oh. I like your puns and your jokes. They've certainly been welcome.
I guess not every commentator thinks the same way.
And Ganon's about to ask us if we took the time or bothered to go all the way through forest. Luckily, Ryu has already done that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Ryuli, as the flower name suggests. Ryu also managing to finish this seed without touching a single non-dungeon prize dungeon.
I don't boo green rupees, chat. It's for me, it's the seed's way of telling its own joke. But very nice one cycle for Ryu.
That was a good one cycle.
Yeah, Ganondorf is no more, but fear not, for he will be revived as a large pig, which is just one more opportunity for Ryu to show us just how good at this game he is.
To be fair, there's a difference between green rupees and puns. One of them is a funny meme that people like, and one of them is the green rupee.
I smelled that one from right when you started. But at the same time as we have Ganon making a big appearance there on Ryu's side, Riley did grab the fire hazard out of the Deku Tree, keeping the Deku Tree safe from burning down, if nothing else. That is a good plus. So Riley is on point to at least have put the whole seed together. Knows where everything is and how to finish it out. But I imagine that Ryu will finish before Riley even makes it into the next dungeon here. So
yeah, managed to take go mode though. So there is that.
Always feels good to light the sign.
True. Ryu is through the first phase. Will Riley make it back to adult in time? I think yes. Riley engaged in the puberty drive for one last trip.
Yeah, and chat pointing out, it did make sense to bail on Forest. It just, unfortunately, was not what the seed wanted you to do. But Riley made good calls throughout the day.
Oh yeah, I mean, you get the strength available, you're going to do that.
Well, Sean, would you like to do the honors here?
I will do indeed. That's it. Right, Zelda has cooked the bacon. A bit too much, I think she struggled with that. And now it's time to chop it up and finish off the pig with a final time of, once the bot kicks in, 2 hours, 54 minutes and 22 seconds. GG's to RyuuKane, who moves on to round 7 losers bracket, and commiserations to Riley, who is unfortunately done today. And here they are. Entering the commentary booth. GG's, guys.
GG's.
Hey, GG's.
GG Ryu.
Hey, ready, GG.
So I think the main thing we need to point out is Ryu's reading of the hint at Lake Hylia.
Yeah, I was so happy to find that hint. I was like, oh my god.
Which
This
was,
is actually the best moment.
Couldn't have.
GTG was a foolish choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which hint was that? That was the one by
Lake
the lab.
Hylia.
Yeah. Never really had a reason to go read that hint. But...
No, honestly, I was surprised when Ryu went for it, but having already done Tech Type Grotto, it made sense to call Epona from there. In a way.
Yeah, it was kind of a right. You were about to jump on Epona, and then you just kind of took a second, like, let me go check this real quick. And boy, I couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah, because the thing is, I was missing. I think that was the only hint I was missing, apart from the sometimes hints. And I really wanted to know which dungeon was barren, just because I had so much stuff. Imagine if I found like bottom of the well is bullish or something, because I haven't done the well at that point. But then it turned out to be GTG, and I was like, should I still go to Gyarados Fortress? But I just decided to go for it, just rush it.
We did see bottom of the well on Riley's side and picked up fire arrows relatively early, all things considered. And we were a little concerned because Ryu, you had a little bit of a lead with that skipping GTG, but had the fire source been fire locked, that would have been a big, just another thing to consider on how this played out. So
yeah, I found out pretty early that Spirit was fire locked when I went there as a child. So even when I got the Kokiri Sword in Lighter, I wasn't sure if I was in Go mode because of that. Could have been the fire arrows in Deku. I was like, okay, but fire did. I mean, even if it was the fire arrows in Deku, that would have pinpointed me to every fire source locked checks in the game. So I was pretty happy.
I'm kind of curious how you both found the seed.
It was, I mean, to me it was a casino fiesta and everything was open, and I guessed everything wrong until Stone Forest happened, basically.
Yeah, on the other hand, I felt it was a casino as well, but I called the right stuff, so...
Yeah,
okay.
I was in ice...
Bad news for you, Riley.
yeah.
I was in ice sub 40 minutes, so...
Yeah, that was quite interesting. You bailed Forest too early.
Yeah, I heard lights were there too.
Arrows were in there.
I mean, at that point, I don't know. I was very I pretty much knew I was done, anyways. I basically, honestly, as soon as I got the bomb bag, like an hour in, I knew I was pretty much done.
Oh, yeah, because I kind of felt the same. When I found the bomb bag, I was like, okay, maybe Riley already has it, and I'm kind of screwed, so I might need to do some crazy stuff here. So when I got to the casino point where I had Forest open, Ice Cavern was open, Bottom of the Well was also open, I was like, okay, what do I want to do? What do I not want to do? I really didn't want to go back chat, so I just rushed Forest. And turned out that was the right call.
Yeah, I just
Well-
went for density every time.
Well, I do want to say to Riley's credit, and we said this a few times while we were going through the match. The calls that you made were really good for like the information, and what you pulled out of them, pulling Song of Time and pulling Fire Arrows, very easily could have led to something big that might have taken Ryu a while to get around to on the back end. So they were good calls. They just
Like I said, I don't think I'm pretty happy. Like routing wise, I don't think I made much of a mistake. Like the only thing I can say is forgetting to do Child Spirit after the well, but that's about it. Otherwise, like I don't know. Like there's not really anything I could have done.
the only thing I was bummed about, and Sean had to hear me deal with this, was early lens, early magic, and putting off chess game. Both of you put it off for a little bit, and that was the hammer. I was surprised.
I
Yeah,
got magic fairly late. I'm pretty sure I did it in the next child section after I got the magic. I want to say.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, Boulder was important today.
yeah. I think when I got the magic, I rushed the Desert Crossing right away because I got Epona Way of the Hero.
It made sense, honestly. Go over there, grab the song.
I mean,
find
yeah. I was still missing hook at that point. I got my hook really, really late as well, so almost
Yeah.
140 something. I got my hook. I don't remember.
yeah. Both.
Yeah.
adult- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You gave us a bit of a scare when you save up this child and started playing Serenade.
Oh yeah. I was trying to set up Skull Mask, but then I realized no, I just go around City. I was gonna come back, but
It's like you may as well just check it.
Yeah, both adult and child Goron City really paying out today.
Honestly, the Bombag location and the Hookshot location were kind of trolly. Like whoever would want to go up there as the third one,
because
I didn't want to.
I know, because in my adult one, I did Adult River because I got the irons and I knew I had Saria, so I was like, okay, like that song over there is in logic. Like it's way better to go up river than go up the mountain every time. I feel so.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about the Iron.
Yeah, I got iron super early, so
I would have done the same, I guess. If I had remembered, I would have done the same.
Yeah, and then I got obviously I got Suns. I did Midos, and then not much else. I don't know. The seed was pretty bad in my opinion, but I don't know. It worked out for you, I guess.
Well, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I just have one question for each of you. Getting the hint for strength on Big Goron, where were your heads at?
It's a fine hint. As soon as I got Ganon's with here, I knew the Big Goron was pretty likely, but it doesn't really mean anything until you get the trade item, and I got it really late anyway. So at that point, okay, as soon after I did my Ganon zip, I knew it was required. So it was just a matter of finding them. I'm not really opposed to the Big Goron, but
The thing was pretty early, so it wasn't really that difficult to route in, especially with considering where the items were.
I don't think I have any more questions my end.
No, nothing on mine either. If the chat has any, then now would be the perfect time.
GG's again to both of you. It was a great one to watch.
thanks.
Yeah, I think you guys GG's ready again.
Yeah, good luck in the next round.
Yeah, thanks.
GG's.
Fortunately, this is the end of the road for Riley, but hey, top 6. Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
Not many people can say we're top 6, a highly competitive game. So we'll see how the tournament proceeds. We have 5 players left at this point. It's down to the top 5, so I'm hyped for the final matches. I'm hyped. But yeah, just so people know, these will not be just going offline right now. We actually do have a Link to the Past NMG tournament match coming up in 20 minutes. So we're actually just gonna do a quick, just cut and go back live and just go back live from countdown and get that match started for you as soon as possible. Aside from that, not really much anything else to say. Wanna give a huge shout out everyone making this possible today. 329th in line, and Shoni for commentating today was awesome. Also, Riley and Ryu for providing us an awesome match. And don't forget our triggers today. If the bot would love, there you go, Tiong Young and Lazy, making sure, if people are joining late, they can see what everyone has. And also updating, the note sheet, so, the restreamer has no clue what the game can update the commands. something, imagine being a Z-South restreamer without even playing games. Blasphemy. But yeah, I think that's it from us. If there's anything else you all want to say, then that would be the perfect time.
Chat might write if they don't get their points paid out.
Oh yeah, I will get the prediction as soon as possible. It's just I have to
That's fair.
it'll be paid out when the next match starts, just since I can't get the chat up right now.
That's fair.
But yeah.
Now, just want to say, very awesome and entertaining race. GG's to both of you. Congrats for you on the win, and look forward to seeing how the rest of the tournament goes. Got some great matches coming up soon.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for the race stream, GG's.
Alright everyone, don't get anywhere. We'll be cutting the stream and going back live immediately on the countdown for the Link to the Past Energy Tournament match. So stay tuned, stay here, and thanks everyone for making this possible. Catch you next time.
Bye.